there's people there. All right, let's start it. Do 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 da da. I didn't realize I wasn't muted. Hey, ASMR. You're welcome. Sorry. Per the fresh one. We're live. Oh my god. Where's my music? Hey, it's freak. Hey, that's not unusual, right? What did he do with his hands? What was that? Oni. Oni, is he saying something? I can't hear him, Oni. Oni. Is he, can you hear him? or the other one? Yeah. No, don't touch me there. Yes, just me. No, don't touch me there. This is my no square. No, don't touch me. Here it goes. Here it goes. I mean, he can't hear. I can't hear him. What was he gonna say? I mean, I wonder what he's thinking. It's true. I don't. Is that what you call it now? I need to find a pet name for it. oh, your kitty cat. Okay. I was calling that too, but it's still too small. What? Hold on. Wait. Oh, god dang it. Story of my life. Audio. Let's see what's happening. Why? Oh, come on. Are you freaking serious? Speaker. Okay. Say something, guys.
What up, baby?
You don't tell me how to live my life.
Oh, I will. I shall. And I have. You're welcome. I don't know. I mean, it'd probably be better anyway that you guys just hear me, because this has been absolutely... Methos is sitting there talking trash about me. Oni was sitting there telling me about the trash that Methos was talking about me. And Atlas was sitting there laughing at the whole thing. So, screw those guys.
That's all I'm here for, is the laughs, man.
No. Cat booty.
So that's what it was.
You don't belong up here on the desk.
Freak told us all to mute our mics, and we all muted our mics, and he went back and just muted all of us as well.
See, this is the trash that I'm talking about.
This is no trust.
That never happened.
You know, he does this to me every episode. I don't know why. He just...
I was there. I heard it. I lived it.
It's like Tell me how much you don't want to hear anything that comes out of my mouth.
Anyway, like I was saying, I don't know if you guys really want to hear all that. I mean, that's the crap I have to deal with. But
All right, we'll try this again. What is up, you beautiful people? This is Wolf Brother Methos.
damn freak.
Where's my fanfare? Where's my trumpets?
Oh my
Where's
god.
my music?
I am
Where's my
so
entry music?
done with you. Where is your stupid air horn? There it is. There you go. There you go.
It's the Ascendant Trashy.
I'm one of Omi's other punching bags, Atlas.
And then
Someone's drunk with power. Nah, I wish. That'd be more interesting.
Atlas, I don't know if you had a chance to chat with Freak about what we talked about yesterday.
But
I haven't. I've been working
Yay.
so freaking much.
Right on. We'll talk about it later.
I hear that, man.
If anyone has seen our early Frosted Fisk videos,
They're terrible.
you'll remember Brother Atlas. Welcome him back to the show. He's been on a few of our live shows, and he goes back and forth to a time when we did battle reports way back when.
Way back in the day.
And he was a frequent opponent on those episodes. Most of them are still Imperial Guard. Most of them back then are actually. He was a Cadian man once upon a time in the greens of Cadia.
Cadians, Catachans, now Krieg.
Yep. He had a brief stint as a space wolf, so he played those
Very
on the
brief.
channel a couple times. But some would say that his dreams of being a son of Fenris were crushed.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna have to print out some horns to put on my head for my next show. Just saying.
some what?
Some horns.
Oh,
Yeah, they just said Freak has evolved to the evil Freak, and the Freak breeding program has been successful.
Chippendales is just a cover.
Right?
It's
Dark
actually
Freak
just
is
one big breeding program.
Dark Freed is what the chat has wanted all along.
That's right. Give them what they want.
All right, so we got a bunch
of the
of
freak
news
side.
to talk about. So we might as well start with our pork chops. Atlas, you hadn't been on the show in a hot minute. What you been working on lately, brother?
Man, I have not been in the Warhammer scene for a hot minute. Whenever you came back, I was still trying to break apart my old 9th edition models to redo everything. Then they came out with the stat block that changed the Kriegs not to be able to have the double meltas. So then I started tearing off the new arms on the new models to replace those again.
Oh no!
And then I got fed up with it and was like, you know what? I'm just going to wait until 10th edition before I change anything again. But did start working on them. There's obviously wonderful camera quality there. Starting to work on my Kriegsman though.
Very nice. Very nice. Looks like an officer there.
Yeah. Some of the
Nice.
officers. D&D. I think that still counts.
Oh my
Maybe not as
yes,
a
we
Warhammer.
do talk about D&D on the show, guys.
Yeah.
When we come on it every other week, and I tell you about the crazy adventures that were had. This is our GM here, or DM, if we're going to be professional on talking D&D. I say GM because I started with things like White Wolf and GURPS and stuff like that. But
the general manager?
Game Master.
Oh.
Because if you think about it, even though it's Dungeons and Dragons, not every adventure's in a dungeon.
That's true.
Well, Oni's in a dungeon.
And he has many quests there.
And many adventures, yeah.
Oh god. Which we had a great session
Good night, Richard Smith.
yesterday.
Richard Smith, good night, brother. Thank you for stopping in. Big loves, brother.
The last session we had last night was coming up to the end of this campaign, so there's a lot of hype there. And the rest of my time I've been putting into creating my own kind of, not exactly fantasy, but sci-fi version of D&D.
Nice. Like Star Frontiers.
Yeah. And I'm incorporating a lot of games from like even Warhammer to I don't know if you ever played like X-Wing before.
Yes.
Taking little bits and pieces of all of these different games, kind of mashing them into one thing.
You're creating your own system, huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I don't think
system.
you and I have gotten to play since I actually got my brand new spanking U-wing.
Man, I
put
agree.
that baby on the field.
I agree. My X-Wing models have dust on them, man. Got to blow that off.
I haven't played yet.
Do you have models?
I have you, yeah.
Dude,
Yep.
It's a
Yeah, I got the
great game and it's fast.
got the tie, the Imperial.
I've been told I'm fast too, but neither here nor there.
Oh man,
It's like, well then,
I know.
the fact
Last
that my
time-
speed
People are on
and precision
schedules,
bodes well.
I think
People
there's
are on
cream,
schedules,
cream that you can use for that.
No.
Rubber bands, no.
Make you
Certain
slow.
rings, yeah. Slow you down a little bit.
Hey, that's my shtick.
No. You put it on your stick.
No. I'm saying I'm
Oh,
I'm the quick job.
that okay. So that's that's what you're known for. Okay,
See, that's what I'm known
gotcha.
for.
It's kind of like
If you're on
your
a tight
calling
schedule-
card.
You're on a tight schedule,
I just need 2 seconds of your time. 2 seconds. Oh my
Hey.
God.
Okay. Like, Taco Bell may not be authentic, okay, but when you just want some tacos quick, they're still pretty good tacos.
This
You can
guy
buy
gets
Taco
it.
Bell.
It depends on how much you've drunk or how high you are. Just saying. Nobody in their right minds go to Taco Bell. Well, let me take this back. At night. Well, okay. Enough said. Enough said. All right. You explained everything.
Y'all really want to taco about it. that was Keegan. That wasn't mine.
No, it wasn't. It was Methos. Hit him.
Dungeons and Dragons more like goblins and grottos.
Yes.
Oh man, I actually my rolls were pretty on point last night, and I actually felt like my warlock was powerful last night. It was pretty awesome. And then so we're kind of at the head point of where like a year and a half long saga has been going, right? And so we're facing like the Queen of Hell, and her minions keep coming up to us and trying to harass us. Like, the Queen says y'all should come and play. I'm just like Eldritch Blast, like mid talking, like
Yes. 3 times during this game, they were like, "Hi, who are you?" And Methos just like, "Eldritch Blast." He wouldn't let anyone get a word out, but it was amazing.
At one point, Razzie failed his stealth check, and so one of the succubi came over and was like, "Who are you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just here for a meeting with Queen Laylee." Oh yeah? What's this meeting about? And I just step around the corner. It's family business. Eldritch Blast. Just everybody who would start the monologue. Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Oh, you sly dog. You caught me monologuing.
You slide up. And then I caught him monologuing.
Are you just trying to get me to talk about myself? Because I will gladly do so.
You guys need an internet Nerf gun.
I know,
where
right?
You could hit each other on air.
That would be cool. Just shoot each other in the balls. What? Well, I mean, what? That would be silly.
10th edition opens up and all Forge World models are made legendary. Riots ensue. They did confirm that there will be Forge World rules for Forge World models. at least the ones that they plan on keeping around for this edition. But they said it won't be immediately at launch. It'll come soon after launch, which could mean 2 weeks or 8 months from now. There's no telling. Any other pork chops? Even gaming related, Atlas, my man. You know, what else you been up to?
Man, not a lot. Work has been keeping me pretty busy lately.
I hear from a reliable source that you've been on that Dark Tide.
Man, I hopped back on it, and it's actually made a lot of improvements for anyone that hasn't been on for a hot minute.
I haven't been
They
on a hot
changed up
minute.
a lot of the stuff.
I haven't been.
Have you
since
hopped
it
on
came
since
out.
last time we talked?
No, I hadn't.
Oh,
I didn't even
dude.
get it on then. I heard it was pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Oni and I have a running theory that even though you've told him about the improvements and changes, you've got to wait for a big name or Let's Player to say in a video
To check it.
to check it out at the
Or the
improvements
A-team.
are just
Or the
really,
A-team,
really
you
good.
tell 'em, you know, since we're the B team or the A team gets them the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, freak, you want to get on? He's like, hold on, let me get rid of the B team, the scrubs here.
I don't know.
Oh,
Last time he
oh.
was like, "Yeah, let's play." Then Oni was like, "I got a free moment." He's like, "You know what, Atlas? I gotta go play with Oni. I'm sorry."
Hey, you know what the sad part about it is, dude? I was so sick. I actually started. We didn't last maybe 5 minutes playing because we were playing.
Whoa.
Well, I didn't last. He lasted longer than I did, so I'm just saying. But no, I
Just a
mean,
minute ago,
I
he said he's
I was not feeling well, and like I was getting motion sickness. So I was like, dude, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Wait, was this when we were playing Dead Island?
Yeah. That's the exact. Yeah. So, because I told you we were gonna get on, but I hadn't heard from you, so I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna try to get on Dark Tide. And I was like, no, dude, I already told them I was gonna play. So I was like, hate to do this and blah blah blah. It's like, okay, well, go screw yourself and kill yourself. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. And so yeah. So I started playing, and the moment I started, I think he hexed me because the moment I started playing with you, Oni, I'm like, I can't. I don't know what's going wrong, man, dude. I was feeling fine, and now I feel sick. Yeah, that's what happens. Don't mess with the DM, y'all. I don't even play the D&D with him, and he's still messing with me.
manipulate the world around you, bro.
Although you are greatly missed. I miss the days of
Yeah, you don't miss me. I get it. Look, we get it. That's exactly right. You don't miss
Think
anything.
of anything.
what is his character's name?
See? I proved my point. It's like, he goes, I miss those times when...
I don't remember
I don't
anyone's
miss.
characters' names from back
I
then.
don't remember. What did
That was
I
2
miss?
years ago. 3 years
I
ago.
don't. I don't miss. What did I miss?
Freak, you tell me what your character's name was.
Shit, I don't even remember what my character's name is, man. Don't put me on the spot. Hey, this is your problem. We were talking about your memory. Damn it! Don't swing that pendulum back to me.
X-Gear Commander, happy freaking Friday, brother. I'm super excited, but 10th still has for 10th, but 9th still has my heart. That's how I feel about 8th edition. Actually, that is in general how I feel about 8th edition. I am really, really, really attached to my 9th edition Guard Codex. I love this book. I've been trying to cram in so many games. Speaking of which, the skies look pretty clear today, Freak. I'm guessing that tomorrow will be a training day. Right on.
Yeah, because she's going Tuesday for her class. She's just gonna keep dropping the damn bike.
Right on.
So
Well, perhaps another time then.
yeah, we'll see.
I was lame this week. Freak and I had
may.
plans to get in a
I
game on
may.
Saturday.
I may have a sick day this week. This is my last week, by the way. So,
You know what? It won't help because I'm out of pocket this week.
you're out of pocket. Where are you going?
Yeah, he's gonna be out of pocket and in my pocket.
I'm headed to visit our great northern neighbors.
Alaska?
Going to Canada.
Oh, you doing that?
Oh, that's not a real country.
And just like that, all our Canadian. We don't have any. Do we have any Canadian?
Who
Oh,
took
we
my
have it.
dice?
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Well, we just lost that last one. Sorry, Steve. We had a Canadian
Oh, man.
friend already saying dumb shit, and he's like, "Wow." Sorry.
I love you, Steve. I love
Moving
you.
swiftly onward.
I'm gonna just gonna.
Oh man, my army in 10th will be great. Will be gray and unpainted like 9th. Man, I believe in you. One day you will slap paint down on those armies. It is. There is nothing wrong with unpainted armies, Keegan. Many of my friends have been exclusively gamers and not painters, and we gamed at the gaming shop for years with many friends who played completely gray.
So
I
if
personally
Freak is
like.
Gone, does that mean I'm free to roam about outside of the basement?
Hey, just jiggle the handle, see if it's locked.
Will do. Won't be the only thing I'll be jingling.
Look at Greg. Look at Greg, and I paints mine's gray with Minnie yelling at me. Like Minnie War yelling at you because of it. It's all good, man. But yeah, we had many friends at the game shop that just played for years with just gray because they just enjoyed the gaming aspect. And that's cool. While Freak and I personally, Oni as well, we like to have our minis painted. You know, it's not a requirement. Just rolling some dice and having some fun.
Yep.
You know, it's the
We had a lot of people. That played them great.
Yeah, I've played with unpainted armies.
So yeah.
I mean, Malbaton, they're not all painted. They're almost 95% gray.
It's true.
I think about that striking, like I think of most of them in that half done state, that striking red and black you've got going on.
That's only one squad.
Oh, we tried. Sorry, we tried to make it look.
That's
okay.
apparently what got locked up in here.
So I'm like, let me stop you right there, player. It's only one squad that's red.
Right on.
Everything else is gray.
Atlas was one who wasn't super. He's still not super comfortable painting his minis, but man, he's come such a long way. And I'm bragging on him a little bit, so actually did stuff that really impressed me with these Ogren I got him for Christmas. He did like partial ruined walls on the bases of his Ogren. He's got like melted areas in his basing with like fire effects from like where a melted gun had, slagged and melted the wall by the Ogren. Like you can see like some really cool effects on his painting, and that is a far cry from where he started. So
still is a very far cry. The worst part about painting is you have an idea in your head of what you want it to look like, and then you start painting it, and the model looks worse when you're done if you have my same effect on models.
That's not true anymore, man. Your work has really gotten looking good. And his tanks now has got some like decals. Not decals. Stencil work done on him. His basilisk got that cool cross effect on him. It's a really cool work.
Yep.
I wish I had skills for basing like that. It just takes. Honestly, it's just like your pecker, man. It just takes playing with it.
You don't see my pecker?
It's playing with it. Ooh. That's a big body. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, I printed the weapons before I printed the little the turret. So that's just been. I got to print that still. Yeah.
Dude,
So there's a
it
lot
looks
more.
amazing.
There's all kinds of cool stuff that comes with it, by the way. So I'll print everything because I know you like to deck them out and make them all
I
crazy.
do, man. That one's gonna be the most prettiest standout model there is. Methos already gave me guys to like hang off the sides of the tank and stuff.
Nice.
I'm gonna put camo netting on it, sandbags.
Damn.
Shout out
We're
to
gonna make it
Running
look
Bear
pretty.
who hooked me up with those what are they called? Hanger-ons, the guys that hang off the side of the tank.
Hey, I have feelings.
Dude, those look
My eyes are up here.
Oni, my brother, what you got for a poke shot? This time I'll try not to interrupt you, man. You got bad to do it.
Hey, it's all right. You're always interrupted, but hey, I'm here. I'm just playing. I'm working on a project for a video. Oh, by the way, I scrapped the whole lion video.
Damn.
That's shit.
It's not a shame. Well, mostly because I got tired of the whole camera angle and all of that. Ever since I got the new setup, I was like, man, I can't do that. So, yeah, I'm just gonna do like a showcase for it
That still sounds good.
instead of doing like a full video on it.
Oh, yeah.
I know I said I wouldn't do it, but I wound up doing it anyways. I got what's the new box set called?
My sack.
For I don't know. That Army
They-
didn't appeal to me, so I didn't.
They're not combat. Are they combat patrol boxes? Is that what they're called?
Oh yes,
No.
yes.
the one for the Primaris and Tyranids.
No.
Like
He's talking about like for each faction, each army, or each faction when you get into them. Yeah, they're
Gotcha,
called
gotcha,
Combat
gotcha.
Patrol.
Oh, yeah. So yeah,
Paw
I
Patrol?
got.
Or, yeah. Combat Patrol? Boarding Patrol now?
Paw Patrol.
They're Boarding Patrol.
I like Paw
Combat.
Patrol.
No, it's combat. It's still combat patrol.
Okay, Combat
Shut
Patrol.
up.
I still like Paw Patrol.
Shut up.
Did you see where somebody overlaid the Paw Patrol logo over the Start Collecting Space Wolves?
That's awesome.
I'm out of here. I'm done. I've had enough. Anyways, I'm starting a World Eaters arc. I know I said I wouldn't do it.
World Eaters, baby!
Well, mostly
Also-
because I have this campaign idea that I've been circling around with you guys for a boarding patrol,
Yeah.
boarding actions campaign.
Yeah.
So I did.
We
been doing that.
we are aware that a lot of our battles tend to be blue on blue, Imperium on Imperium, Space Marines versus Space Marines, Space Marines versus Custodes, Guards versus Custodes.
And I'm pretty sure you guys are tired of you winning all the time. So
Still undefeated, baby.
undefeated, baby.
See,
See, what,
undefeated,
I think-
Oni.
so with boarding actions, 2 and 2, because we've only played twice.
Yes.
Once,
Yeah.
Once with Methos, and
Yeah,
then
and
the
once with
free-for-
us.
Yeah, the 4-player free for all that we did.
That was
Yep.
funny.
That was funny. That was that was very funny. So I'm doing that. Yeah, that's pretty
No,
much it.
boarding actions. I'm sorry, G. I'm over here confusing things.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just, and then I've just been working on a project for work. So
Very
tonight,
cool.
I'm actually gonna try to finish putting the 20 berserkers and the 10 jackals, and then the Lord on the Juggernaut, so I can start on the video for that next week.
Nice.
So my plan for that is, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the videos from Ninjon and Midwinter Minis where they do the paint a full army in 1 week.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to do that.
Oh,
Ooh. A
Wait,
challenge.
no, that's not gonna work. Never mind. I'm on call next week,
Oh.
so that's not gonna work.
Disregard.
I'm gonna try to do that for next week. Sorry.
Freak so messy. I've always wanted to try one of those videos like Ninja and Midwinter does, where they're like a 24-hour painting challenge. That's what I've always wanted to try. Yeah, your wolf brother loves to sleep.
I'm not even gonna try it.
I'm ballsy enough to start it, but like you, Methos, I'll be like, yeah, we're gonna do
For like an hour in, and then I'm watching like a show or something.
Yeah. You know, fall asleep with your eyes open.
And then 3 hours into the 24-hour challenge, I'm watching a movie.
Right? Yeah, you see the reflection of the TV in the background, you know, and you're like,
he's not
you
even.
got your hands in your.
Going. I'm like,
yeah, you got your hand in your pants, and you're like.
I was about to say he's not even facing the camera anymore.
I know,
You're looking at the back of his head, and he's looking at the TV. Oh,
caption the title: How not to do a 24-hour.
As long as you remember to turn it off after 24 hours, it's technically a 24-hour live stream, right?
Pretty much. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So I'm gonna have to do that the week after next because I'm on call next week. So.
Right on. That sounds awesome. Anything else from you, brother? I have this bad habit, chat, of thinking I hear a pause in the chat and moving. I was like, okay, that's the end of that, and I move on to the next person, and then I end up letting somebody off that way. I do the same thing. Just as a little nugget about Methos, I do the same thing to my family too. So if I'm on the phone with my mom or my grandma, I'll hear a pause.
And then you hang up on them and they call you back. Why do you hang up?
Yeah. I'll hear a pause. I'm like, we'll set our goodbyes. And, and after we've said our goodbyes, I think I hear a pause. I hit the end call button. Right, but just as my finger goes to hit it, my grandma or my mom will be like, and bless you and the kids, and tell your kids, oop. Oh shit! I just hung up on grandma. Okay. No, I thought it was over. I thought it was over.
That's awesome.
Like, sorry, my finger was sweaty and it slipped.
Anyone want to come clean and reorganize my hobby corner? Man, I did a half-ass cleaning of my desk, and it's still messy, but I'm so proud. So that is more work than I can do, man. I can't hook you up.
Never mind.
What?
I was gonna say I had somebody reach out to me for one of the Kickstarters to paint one of their models, but deadline already passed. I completely forgot about it.
No. All right.
Completely forgot about it.
Oh, shit.
Deadline was yesterday, and guess where I was yesterday?
Work?
I was in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, working.
Yeah, work. Knowledge.
So was it at the titty bar in Nolans? That was Keegan's guess.
Maybe stupid, but they bore me.
So, Freak Baby, we saw this beauty you've been printing up on the screen.
Yeah, so, that's the thing. This thing, by the way. Oh, man. Still freaking leaking? Oh, my God. That's what I hate about freaking resin. I bought the water washable this time, so we won't keep having this issue.
Were you just inhaling the resin there?
I wasn't sure if it was by cleaner or if it was actual resin.
You just see Freak up.
Yeah.
After inhaling that.
Man, Man.
His eyes just go super wide.
Starts glazing.
I see sounds.
Yeah, so I'm working on that. Yeah, I've been working on little things. Printed a couple of these bad boys. These are for our boarding action walls that kind of lock them up. So pretty cool. Pretty neat.
Very nice.
And I've been recording like crazy on my channel, Freak the Gamer. And by the way, guys, a couple of things. First of all, before I start on my porch, I want to thank everyone that's actually helped out with my buddy, the nerdy photographer. He's up to 10 subscribers, which is cool because he started with like nothing. He's a really goofy, funny guy, but he loves photography and he's got a great personality. You know, so anyway, so thanks so much for helping. I'm going to put a link of his channel again. If you have not checked it out, if you like photography, then go check him out. Go say hi and give him some love. Give him a sub if you can. And if you really truly like him, just check it out. He does have some really good content. His outtakes are hilarious, by the way. So go check him out real quick. Anyway. So yeah, so I've been working on the tank, and I've been doing some recordings, some game recordings on my gaming channel. The last one that we did was Phasmophobia with Methos and the lovely Lily, and you got to go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. It is so goofy. Methos just can't leave things alone. Don't ever play with him and expect.
I know.
Good things to happen.
Scaring the birds all the damn time. Even though we don't have any more.
Okay, so this is a thing with playing with Methos. It's like Methos. Okay, in Back for Blood, there are some there are pockets of clusters of these birds that they're just quiet. Nobody's bothering them. And they will not do a thing as long as you can walk around them and not disturb them. But the moment that you disturb them, they'll make this crazy gawking sound, and they'll attract all of the zombies towards you to attempt to kill you. And it's like, for some reason, I'll say, all right, watch out, there's birds right there. Birds go crazy. The horde just comes right out. I'm like, who the hell shot?
Like, we don't have any more revives left.
Who the hell was that? Who shot? Oh, and he was like, it was Methos. God dang it! Bob Saget! And so in Phasmophobia, it's a little different. It's a different type of pain.
Does he call their names out?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he freaking does. I asked him that. I freaking asked, why are you calling out the whole freaking name? He goes, well, that's their name. Ah! I know, but why do you want to call him out now? Have him kill us now. That is not exactly how I want it to happen.
Dead, man. You gotta be respectful. You gotta call their names out.
He's like, come on, Susan Brandon, or whatever her name is. Come on, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no, we don't even know the first clue. You already are begging her to attack us. It's like, no. And then of course, so in the past, and I don't know why he thinks it's a good idea, but in Phasmophobia, if you have not played it, and if those of you who have, there is what's called accursed objects. Those accursed objects are objects that, could be tarot cards, it could be a pentagram, whatever, a summoning circle on the ground, or it could be a Ouija board and a voodoo doll, right? A couple of things. So the thing is, when you interact with these items, you may get a positive result, you may get a negative result. Well, typically anytime that Methos likes to go and mess with any of these accursed objects, it always winds up to be a negative result on me. On me. Not him. Typically. On him. Not on him, but on me. So it's like the equivalent of me getting tased. So last time he grabbed the tarot card. Oh, look, I found this. What'd you find? oh, some tarot cards. I was like, oh, cool. All of a sudden, I'm like,
Actually, it wasn't even tarot cards. It was, what'd you find?
oh, the Ouija.
Is the
my
death card bad?
Oh my gosh. And I'm
Like-
dying.
And death card. He's like, what? And all of a sudden the lights start going out. Boom, boom. You hear your heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. And I said, freak hunt, run. And I book it up the stairs. And while I'm booking it up the stairs, Freak's trying to look around with his flashlight, like, what?
I don't know what's going on. He bolts. He's gone. I'm like, and all of a sudden
Hey,
I hear,
he just left you.
yes, he did.
I
And
warned
you,
him to run.
oh yeah. After the fact, and all of a sudden you hear, bong. You know, the death of the tones. Like, how did I die? Why did I die? Why the hell did I freaking die? And then Lily rats on him. Methos, did you mess with that card? Nothing? Like, oh my God. I can't believe you had me killed. So now there's the thing, like, if one of us finds the accursed object, we make sure he does not grab it or know where it's at, because he'll go and mess with it and I'll die somehow. It's just,
There was another one that, unfortunately, this happened after we turned off the camera. So we can go ahead and talk about it here, but there apparently was an update. It used to be if you found a Ouija board, you could communicate with the spirits, but it would cost you a little sanity every time. Apparently, there's an update, and that's no longer the way it works. I didn't know that. So anyways, so they're actually upstairs doing the ghost hunting thing like they're supposed to be, and I'm in the basement, and I come across this Ouija board packed in the back. And I literally throw down all my ghost hunting equipment so I could pick up the Ouija board, get a camera, take a picture of it. He's like, he and Lily are discussing, I think it's this room, but I'm not sure. I said, I can verify. He's like, yeah, let us know what you find. So then he gets a call from his daughter, and he said, I'll be right back, guys. He's in the room where he thinks the ghost is, but he had to step away from the keyboard for a second.
I was having a very serious conversation with my daughter.
Right. He was AFK. Like I said, he needed to make a very serious phone call. I didn't think anything was going to happen. Like I said, the last time I played with the Ouija board, it just, it answered your questions, but just cost you a little sanity. No big deal, right? You go just a little cuckoo. It's fine. Anyways, I said, I can verify.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to make a phone call. Let us know what you find.
To him.
I said, turned on the
Yes.
Ouija board, took a picture of it. I said, where are you? And it said, M-A-E-E-R bedroom. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. It's the master bedroom. Freak?
I hang up with my daughter and I'm looking and I'm in the middle of a death throw. I'm like, why am I dying? Why am I dying? And the thing is, once I'm dead, they can't hear me. It disconnects. So I'm like, why am I dying? I'm yelling at this thing. Why am I freaking dying? How did I die?
So-
and then Methos nonchalant. Oh, I think Freak died. I think it killed Freak.
I hear from the other, and Lily's in the van at this point, so only I know what's happened at first. I just hear, and I walk in, and I'm like, oh no, I think it killed Freak. Anyways, I'm like sitting here, I'm like, oh Freak, I'm so like, I know he can hear, like he can hear me, but I can't hear him.
I'm
in
so
the room,
bad.
I'm taking a
Goes to the
picture.
back of the
I'm
van,
taking a
and he's like,
picture.
where's Methos? He goes, I don't know.
Taking a picture of his body, because at least if you take a picture of their body, they get insurance money at the end, and dying's not so bad. I'm like, Freak, I'm so sorry.
No. It was. I'm sorry, Freak.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Freak. I'm sorry.
I said,
I'm sorry.
I said I didn't know it was gonna, and then all of a sudden I hear Lily over the radio. She finally looked to check our vitals. She goes, "Oh shoot, Freak's dead." I'm like, "Oh yeah." Ah, damn.
Wow. Can't believe that happened.
He's
No,
like, oh,
I
man,
don't
so unfortunate.
I mean, come on, right? I mean, what are the odds?
Oh really?
Like, oh no,
I
my
am
best
shocked
friend
and or
died.
surprised.
It's just- so yes, I enjoy playing these games with Methos, but with fear and trepidation. Okay,
Love
I'm
you.
just saying.
Can I have refill?
So yes, that is something that happens, and yes, Methos needs an adult when we play. I do honestly believe that. God. So yes, I recorded. I
It's like,
recorded
oh
that.
no, one of my closest friends died. Oh, whatever shall I
They
do?
do, right? Oh, continue the hunt. Hey, Lily, you find anything? No, let's go. And Lily, wait a minute. Freak's dead. She had to find out on her own, by the way. So
She checked our vitals and Freak had no vital.
flatline.
Like, it's funny because when you look at somebody's vitals and they're dead, it's just a big question mark.
Freak's a question mark. So, go check
Thank
it out.
you.
It's really funny. But yeah, it was a lot of good funny moments. The thing is, if had I left it on longer, it would have been a hell of a lot funnier because there was some stupid stuff that was going on. Because we continue to play. I like to record it no more than an hour. Usually after an hour, unless it's a live stream, people don't really want to, sit down and watch this. But yeah, after an hour, we continue to play, and oh my gosh, it was just non-stop stupidity. It was crazy. It was a lot of fun. And then I just finished recording another Charles, and I actually got the editing, some of the editing today, so I should be done tonight, and it should be posted by I want to say between 12 and 3 tomorrow afternoon Central Time. So
Very nice.
Choo-Choo Charles will be back. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
All right, so coming to me, I have had a slacker week. I don't know why, guys. I've just had really a lot of trouble focusing on the hobby. Waylander's Wandering said, well, if it ain't my favorite transatlantic live stream, good to see you, brother Waylander. Waylander's Wandering has a great hobby channel, guys. You can check it out here, Waylander's Wandering. Lots of cool stuff, and I think definitely some of my favorite Star Wars Legion stuff out there. So make sure you check on that. Karma from what you did to Free. But yeah, I has been in a bit of a slump. But I need to just get back to it and pick it back up. But I showed you guys last week the Barbarian I did for my brother-in-law's D&D game, right? And I'm pretty pleased with that. The face is as detailed as I could get it. Again, it's a lot softer detail than I'm used to with, like, say, a Games Workshop miniature. I did a Necromancer for my brother. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I got a bit of a Necromancer here. Did a little green flame and green kind of energy on the top of the rod there. I decided to do the rod in like a bone kind of color. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how that came out. Some simple highlights on the cloak. So yeah, that's part 2 of the D&D set done. I've got a sorcerer that I'll be working on, and I've still got a rogue from that set to do. A rogue archer girl, and of course the big finishing piece, big Minotaur or Minotaur for my brothers across the pond. Oh, you're welcome, Waylander, my man. So I've got plenty left to do on the D&D stuff for my brother-in-law, but I knocked out one piece. It's funny because I did a little hobbying with Freak earlier in the week, and I said, all right, I'm going to paint one, I'm going to, maybe to help me get out of my slump, I'm going to finish one piece for this D&D project I'm on, and then I'll work on something of, mine. And I got to the stage where I put washes down on this guy, and I couldn't go any further that evening. And I did nothing of my own. I was like, I will do something. I didn't do nothing. Ooh. Talking about Star Wars Legion, Ahsoka releases next Friday. Oh, man, that is one of my favorite Jedi characters ever. I'm going to have to
He's so badass.
do nothing because we're saving money right now for Akon. But after Akon, if Ahsoka is still available, then
Dude,
I will.
Mandalorian has been an absolute kick in the butt, man.
Hell yeah.
God.
Meandalorian and, of course, Book of Boba Fett.
Oh yeah. Well, I watched. Yeah, I'm hoping they'd make another one. I haven't seen anything come out for them yet. I mean, I pretty much binge watched the whole thing. I think it's only one season.
We're gonna have to find me a new computer part. I'm not sure which one.
Uh-oh. Is that where you're taking it apart?
Something pop like a light bulb in it and immediately cut down, and it won't come back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, babe.
What happened?
She was playing on her computer and she heard something pop like a light bulb, and now her computer won't come on.
Power supply.
Yeah, I've already opened it up once.
He says power supply.
Yep, it's a power supply.
That was my guess.
Yep. Does it smell like a little bit of burning? If you
Smell a
smell
little
by the power.
ozone?
No.
Yep.
I'm always burning.
Nope.
Go next to, if you go next to the, I mean, that's typical. So the thing is, there's two type of power supply or power sources. There's the higher voltage and there's a low voltage. There's so it could be possible one or the other might have gone. So, but yeah, they're cheap. They're very cheap. It's like $30-$40.
I am cheap. Very cheap.
Yeah.
So after battling with this guy here for a couple of weeks, Brother Freak said he is going to take another look at it for me, which I greatly appreciate.
Yeah.
But also, he has volunteered to let me maybe borrow his small one in the meantime.
It's really small, but I mean, you're welcome to use it. Yes, the resin printer. That's exactly what we were talking
It's
about.
all about how you use it. It's not the size that matters, man.
Trust me,
know.
I have a lot of experience working
I-
with something undersized.
Yeah, I do too. Where am I?
Could be heatsink dropped and popped the motherboard, talking from a bad experience. Says way later. Quite possibly.
Let's see.
So, yeah, and then of course, Freak and I are still scheduled to try and get in.
Need one
Like
more
I
night.
started to mention before, I had to cancel on him last week. We had our game set up. Both of us had fun lists drafted up to try against each other. And then I woke up and my allergies, like before I went to bed, I was like all, my allergies were horrible. I was like, eyes watery, nose running, all that kind of stuff, lots of drainage. I woke up the next morning and like before, I had been itching my eye a lot in my sleep. And just like it was all like watery and mucousy in the morning. I was like, pretty sure this is allergies, man, but this could be pink eye. We should probably call it off today. And he's like, yeah, we'll take a look at next week.
You guys know how much he messes with Lily, right? So I really think that she farted on his pillow.
I thought it was his cat. Put its butt on his face.
It's quite possible. It could be Cabot. So yeah, so we're gonna try and get some footage of that for you guys. There should be, and then of course, me, Freak, and Atlas had all kind of not at the same time, but talking to myself and Atlas, talking to myself and Freak. We've all been kind of talking about how like it's been a hot minute since we put out a battle report. I'm not saying that this game we're talking about now is going to be a battle report, but we'd definitely like to make a concerted effort to try and get a few more battle reports on the channel because I really enjoyed doing those once, we used to do them. And I think, once we actually learn how to play it and feel confident in what we're doing, it might be a great way to kick off 10th edition,
Yeah.
while everybody's feeling it. All right, we got a few articles here about what our armies are going to look like in 10th edition, and yeah, there's actually at least one army for all of us that have dropped so far, and I didn't even include my orcs, just because I felt like we had enough articles. We'll take a look at those, and if you guys play any of the same factions we do, we might also get a look at what your army might look like in 10th edition.
Okay.
Oh, sitting there looking at the screen, waiting for it to transition. I realized I was looking at the Zoom screen.
Oh, mercy.
All right. I figured we'd start with the World Eater, since somebody we know is going to be starting a World Eater's army soon.
Yeah, screw that guy.
Undone and on the shelf. Huh? All right, let's take a look at what we'll be dealing with. Guys, if there's a particular freak reading voice you'd like him to use,
Oh, God.
let us know in the chat. The chat always love your reading voices, man.
All right, here we go. I need to get my my plugins again, where it would give me a little reverb. Those are pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go.
Since we've seen that.
Yeah, I know, right? All right, here we go. Let me find some. I have some dramatic. I think I have some. Hold on. That's sexy music. I don't think that'd be fitting.
Do it.
Hold on.
I'll allow it.
That's it. Sexy World Eaters.
Let's see here. Hold on. I'll catch you another time. All right, here we go. What? Let's just change it from that one, though. This is too nice. Let's change it into something rocking here.
Change you into something rocking.
What? Oh, come on, really? Nope, that's all I got. Okay. Damn it. All right, whatever. All right, here we go. The galaxy is in turmoil. Friends and family turn upon each other, and entire worlds burn to the laughter of thirsting gods. Yes. I just saw that. It's definitely a South Park pink guy. Oh God, no, I can't read. Damn it. God.
Chat, we may be prepared to lose any and all German subscribers at this point.
Yes. God damn it. Oh gosh, okay. An entire world burned to the laughter of thirsting gods with pink eye. What we're trying to say is, it's the best it's been in years, at least if you're one of the chosen servants of the Blood God. The World Eaters are slaughter incarnate, and they showed up just in time to reap the benefits of a brand new edition. Let's see what these newcomers to Warhammer 40,000 can do with a fresh new set of rules. If brutal close combat is the name of your game, the World Eaters are the only players worth looking at. Their bloodletting skills are off the charts, and now that everyone's just a bit tougher all around, they have plenty of time to get stuck in. That's not to say that the Sons of Angron are all brawn and no brain. Khorne's chosen legion are surprisingly adept at wresting control of objectives away from their opponents and can lock down their territory even as their warriors surge off in search of more blood, skulls, and other things of this nature.
Awesome. Before we get into the rules,
Yep.
I want to preface this. I want to preface
the blood god.
I want to preface all of our faction focuses, okay? A lot of these faction focuses, you will feel like your faction has been nerfed. But I want everyone to keep in mind that the GW statement for the new edition overall is that they want everyone to feel tougher and everything to be less killy and less lethal. So we are inevitable. It is inevitable for us to feel like, oh man, I am not as strong as I used to be, but that's because they're lowering everyone's damage across the board. So I just want us all to go into that with that expectation. And so that way, if you start to feel like, man, my dudes are weak now, just kind of know that everyone's a little bit weaker to make durability greater across the board. Everybody's losing some AP. Some things are losing strength. Some things are losing range. But it's all in rebalancing everyone to take a little less damage.
Very nice.
I was gonna say that's a nice way to put it.
All right, sorry. Okay.
Don't be
Khorne.
sorry. Be better.
At your job. Khorne, like all of the Chaos Gods, can be fickle, but the World Eaters enjoy his favor more often than most, and are infamous for their rugged ability to ride the tides of war. The fluctuating attention, the Legion's patron, is represented by the Blessings of Khorne army rule, which has you roll a pool of dice each battle round in order to channel the blood god's power.
I like that instead of blood god.
Shut up, man! I'm trying to read this. Hey, it ain't easy, okay? Especially when I feel like I got a cough. Asshole.
Bud for the bud god.
Blood. Y'all need some bud for the bud guy? Okay. I know. Y'all need some blood for the blood god? Chris.
G says he lives for Freak's reading voice.
Like, what up, bud? Bud for the bud gods, bud.
Bud, what's up, bud? Hey, bud. Y'all got some bud for the blood god?
This is right on, my guy. Right on, bud.
Chris, you have bud. Come here. I'm 20 yards away.
You know what? I'm not even gonna call them world eaters anymore. They're gonna be the bud eaters.
Blood eaters.
Here we go. The blessings.
Calling the betrayer, not calling the bud.
The blessings of Khorne. If your army faction is world eaters, at the start of the battle round, you can make a blessings of Khorne roll. Corn rolls. Go roll. To do so, roll 8d6. Holy crap. You can then use those dice to activate up to 2 blessings of Khorne for the blessings of Khorne list. Each blessing of Khorne specifies the dice results it requires. Where a number is specified, a double or triple of that value or higher is required. You can only activate each blessing of Khorne once per battle round. Any unused dice from the blessings of Khorne roll are then discarded. Once activated, each blessing of Khorne applies to all units from your army with this ability until the end of the battle round.
Interesting.
Yep. Of course, it's 8 dice. So what exactly do you do with these rolls? If you guessed, spend them to upgrade your army with potent effects chosen from a list of 6 powerful abilities. You're right on the money. A furious war cry to accompany your choice is recommended but not mandatory.
All right, Oni, we got to hear your war cry now, brother.
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you.
No.
Aye! Something like that, right? He's
No.
gotta be giving. He's gotta be looking. Sorry.
I wasn't even paying attention to what was going on.
No, I know, man. Oh God.
I just heard you talking. I was like, yeah.
Let me hear your. It was like, oh,
Your battle for.
yeah, it's like let me hear your loudest grito.
I was like, oh, Freak is talking. Let me tune him out. Let me zone him out.
That's right, that's right.
Dang.
Let me hear your grito. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, I'll shut up.
Thank you.
Oh God. Okay. Oh, all right. World Eaters Army rules. Are we ready for this?
Let's hear it.
All right. Rage fueled invigoration and a double. You add 2 inches. I want to add 2 inches to the move characteristic of models in this unit. Wrathful devotion. Any double. Models in this unit have the Feel No Pain 6+ ability. If models in this unit already have the Feel No Pain ability, add 1 to their Feel No Pain rolls. Martial Excellence. Doubles 3+. Melee weapons equipped by models in this unit have the Sustained Hits 1 ability. Total Carnage. Double 4+ or any triple. Each time a model in this unit is destroyed by a melee attack, if that model has not fought in this phase, roll 1d6. On a 5 or 4+, do not remove it from play. The destroyed model can fight after the attacking model's unit has finished making its attacks, and is then removed from play. Warp Blades. Double 5+ or any triple. Melee weapons equipped by models in this unit have the Lethal Hits ability. And finally, Unbridled Bloodlust. Double 6 or triple 4+. This unit is eligible to declare a charge in a turn in which it advanced.
Those sound like some really strong abilities. There's one more use for those corn rolls that we're going to take a look at later for Big Boy Engie.
Corn rolls, that kind of make me think of corn rows.
That's what I've been thinking the whole time, dude. Guess what? I keep laughing every time you say it. Cornrows?
Damn it, now I'm...
See, I'm sorry. You did it too.
Well, no, it's just that some of my berserkers have just like the bare heads.
Right, with cornrows, yeah.
And they have like the cabling going in the
Yep.
butcher's nails.
Oh yeah, the
Now I'm
butcher's
looking at them
nails.
as
Yep.
cornrows.
They do cornrows now.
Those
Yep.
are all cornrows.
Yep.
They're all cornrows. Like, damn it.
All right, here you go, guys. Here are the actual rules for these bogers. Corn Berserkers. So you've got movement 6, toughness 4. Is that saves? Yep, 3 up. Wounds 2, leadership 6 up, and objective control 2. Let's see. With the bolt pistol, that's all. Wow, 3+. Okay, good. Plasma. So they're hitting on 3s. That's typical. Plasma pistol, standard pistol, blah, blah, blah. Here's what it is, the melee weapons. Berserker Chainblade. 3 up,
Four
strength
attacks.
5. 4
Yep.
attacks. Yes. Oh my god.
Very nice. Very
Man,
nice.
that's a pounding.
The
They still
Coordinate
get the bonuses?
Eviscerator hitting a
Dude,
strength 8. I love
Strength
Eviscerator.
freaking 8, dude.
Are they still gonna get the bonus for charging or being charged? The bonus attacks?
Well, let's look at the blood surge ability.
Yeah, here it is. Blood search each time an enemy unit is selected to shoot after that unit has finished making its attacks.
That just gives you the extra movement.
If any models from this unit were destroyed as a result of those attacks, this unit can make a blood surge move. To do so, roll 1d6. This unit can be moved a number of inches up to the result, but this unit must finish that move as close as possible to the closest enemy unit, excluding aircraft. When doing so, those models can then be moved within engagement range of that enemy unit. A unit cannot make a blood surge move while it's a battle shock.
Oh,
And
that doesn't answer my question.
It actually does. The reason why I had to read the ability is because all abilities are now on the sheet. So if it's not on the sheet, they don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, damn. I don't even want to do this army anymore.
Wow, that was fast.
Anybody want to buy some world eaters?
Oh, God. They'll be on eBay now. Jeez.
So fast.
Okay. And then the big one.
New in box.
Box.
Angron. Wow.
4 attacks per berserker is still pretty good.
Yeah, it's
It's
not
just-
bad.
I think the extra
Telling
attack just
Angron,
baked into the
propane it.
profile.
Angron. It is 14 inches of movement. Toughness 11. To save. Wound 16. Leadership is 5+.
I want to focus on that toughness 11 for a second.
Okay.
Okay. If you thought about any weapon in your army, freak, that's meant to take down vehicles and monsters, any big threat, what weapon in your arsenal would you say is supposed to do that?
Definitely Methos. I mean, that'll take him down.
Meltas, toughness 11, wounding on 5s. Blast cannons, I think they're strength 10 now, wounding on 5s.
Yeah. Yep.
It's gonna be a tough son of a bitch.
It really is, dude. I mean, and some just supercharging plasma. I mean, that's
Underhammers,
yeah.
wounding's on 5s. Plasma, wounding on 5s.
That's crazy, man.
Yep.
But he is kind of like the Primarch, right? I mean, he is.
Oh yeah,
kinda
and I think we're going to see a lot of vehicles going to 10 plus toughness, 11 plus toughness too. So I think this is going to be an age where you got to have the right dedicated thing to take out those heavy hitters.
Right. Look at this, the strike, the melee, the Samniorius, and the spine grinder strike. 8 attacks. Good night, dude. 8 freaking attacks. That's just for that one.
Isn't it 16 right now for the strike and then 32 for the sweep?
Well, no. Hold on. It's not done. No. Okay, so
Oh.
so it's 8
No.
8 attacks for the strike, and it's 18 for the sweep.
To answer your question, Oni, I don't know what the 9th edition stats for him are.
Oh yeah.
I have the book. It's all the way over there, though.
It's about 2 feet away. I know. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't feel like getting nothing.
What is OC?
No. What's
OC
the difference
is-
between a rectal and oral thermometer?
Wow. We're going there?
The taste.
Ugh. So
I've
basic.
had enough.
I'm ready to close that. Yeah. OC is objective control. Yeah. So basically, it counts as so many units. So like if that particular
so it counts as 6.
yes, exactly.
Okay.
So if I have like one, let's say I don't know, I think it's land speeder counts as 4 or something like that. I don't remember. Angron sitting on this, Angron would win it, and so it would go to Angron.
Also,
That's
if I'm
what
not
that's like.
mistaken, one of the biggest complaints was the Chaos Marines started with 1 wound in a previous edition, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least now they're starting with 2 this edition.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
even start.
Wow, this just got
Don't
has escalated all of a sudden.
just don't.
Just saying. At least you have 2 now.
Right?
Let
You
me
you should be happy.
let me stop.
Thank you, Lucas. Have a wonderful night. Rest well.
Good night, brother.
Let me stop you right there.
I'm just saying.
Reborn in Blood. So
Yes.
currently, Angron in 9th edition, when he's killed, comes back automatically. It is no longer automatic.
It's good.
Each time you make a Blessing of Corn roll,
Coral!
if this model is destroyed, you can use a 666. That's expensive. So you roll this from that roll to use this ability. If you do, this model is no longer destroyed and is placed into reserves with full wounds remaining.
That's horse crap.
Yeah, seriously, who wants to buy a World Eater's armor?
God.
New unbox.
Good evening, Ashley. Good to see you. No need to be sorry. Just glad that you're here whenever you guys can get here. Tell Greg I said hi. I said tell Greg. I'm sure you can hear me. Greg, hi. What up, baby? Early Mother's Day. Nice. Wrathful Presence. At the start of your charge phase, select one Wrathful Presence ability, which we'll talk about in a second. Until the start of your next charge phase, this model has that ability.
It kind of sounded like you said raffle.
Wrathful, yeah.
Raffle, like a raffle ticket.
I like
okay.
waffles.
The first Wrathful Presence ability is while friendly world eaters within 6 inches of the model, each time a charge roll is made, add 1 to the roll. Okay,
That's for
getting
charge?
Yeah, extra inch of charge. Man, I could use an extra inch sometimes in my charges. The next ability is while a friendly world eater is below its starting strength within 6 inches of this model, add 1 to the attacks of melee weapons it's equipped with in the unit. For the purpose of this ability, if it has a starting strength of 1, it is considered to be below starting strength while it has lost 1 or more wounds. And then the third ability is, and this is the big one. A lot of people online are freaking out about how good this is. With a World Eater's unit is within 6 inches of this model, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, you can re-roll the hit roll. Full re-rolls to hit. That has the internet freaking out right now, saying that Angron is going to be silly good as a combat force multiplier.
He broke his hell.
He also comes with his trademark for a pinball save. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, the weapons. We got on a tangent with the question about the 9th edition profile earlier for the weapons.
Huh? Let's see. Weapon spotlight. Here we go. Few weapons in the World Eater's armory can be described as much more than a big, sharp lump of metal, but they don't entirely neglect the sheer damage a good old-fashioned cannon can do. The mighty Lord of Skulls can mount several such weapons in its giant tracked body, and the Demon Gore cannon is getting a healthy strength and damage upgrade to deal with everything from tough as nails Terminators to super heavy battle tanks. Oh god.
Is that the Lord of Skulls?
Yep. The other demon train. Freak, this is like a 40k Choo Choo Charles.
Right? Man, I need a friggin' rocket launcher for this thing. Range 18 inches,
That's the good thing
D6.
they came out with some Primaris that have rocket launchers.
Let's just go 3 up. Strength 14. Peas and Pete's.
Oh, Jesus.
My gosh, dude.
That's even going to be
Minus-
hitting a Land Raider on 3s.
Yeah, dude. Minus 4 AP, and then damage is D6 plus 2. Oh my gosh.
That's a big boy.
Man.
Isn't he a forge roll model or is he a plastic?
No, I think that's a plastic kit.
It's in the codex, so I would imagine it's plastic.
Yeah. And then the stratagem. Being at the forefront of every bloody assault is a dangerous business, and despite their strength and resilience, the World Eaters often find themselves cut down under the furious guns of their foes. Luckily, Khorne does not particularly care for whence each blood offering flows, and is entirely happy to corrupt the battlefields consecrated by the deaths of his own warriors. Blood offering. The blood of Khorne's devoted warriors is still blood, and when the battleground runs red, it is still a worthy addition to the blood god's domain. When any phase. Target. One World Eater's unit from your army that was just destroyed while it was within range of an objective marker you controlled. You can use this stratagem on that unit even though it was just destroyed. The effect? That objective marker remains under your control, even if you have no models within range of it, until your opponent controls it at the start or end of any turn. Well, that's the kind of cool.
No, these are a chaos faction called the World Eaters.
Almost sounds like a cereal, you know. Hey, man, can you pass me the World Eaters?
That weapon looked very similar to a Demolisher cannon.
Oh,
yes.
Makes sense.
Although, if you flipped around like the damage and the number of shots, yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll be looking at Demolisher cannons later on, and I think Demolishers are going to be back on the menu.
Yeah. All right. Well, that. Okay.
Sounds like a good ability to use. Agreed. Yeah, those actually a lot. So far with what we've seen, a lot of the armies are going to have sticky objectives like that. Oh yeah, Fish has got it. The new meaning to sticky objectives. Yeah, so that ability where you can take an objective and move on and it still counts as yours, that's being referred to by a lot of the community as sticky objectives.
Yeah.
So can you use them with Death Guard? No. Unfortunately, the Death Guard are a separate Chaos faction from Chaos Marines, which is a separate faction to World Eaters. They're all just different flavors of Chaos, but like independent factions.
Oh God! I just realized something. Oh, you guys. You see this?
Yes. It's even bigger than the Land Raider.
It's freaking bigger than a damn Land Raider.
That's
yeah,
fun.
I mean it's. Yeah, it's insane, dude. That's nuts.
That is huge.
All right. Focus on the Leagues of Votan.
This one is a little different from the others. It's not necessarily a tone down. This one is basically a complete rework of the Leagues of Votan kit. Some people, a lot of people, including Auspex Tactics, think it's still very strong. However, a lot of the mechanics that were considered maybe a little broken have been worked out and replaced with a new system, which is still strong.
Mm-hmm.
So because of it's changing the mechanics, some people are very upset with the Leagues of Votan right now. But again, some people think that this is going to be maybe a knee-jerk reaction because it's still going to be more impressive than some people, or more impressive than the people who are upset think. Man, I really tried to dance around that one on eggshells, didn't I?
Point came across.
Bear with me.
So, Keegan, I know you are in love with your Votan. Brother Oni, I know you're quite fond of your Votan and your Custodes. So,
I wouldn't say fond.
just want to go ahead and put it out there. The Votan, like, despite any burning of armies you'll hear about on the internet, the Votan are going to be
More like
fine.
tolerate.
You tolerate your Votan? Why? You were so into them when we first started painting them, and they look great.
Lost interest. Must have liked my other projects.
God.
You see, I don't tend to be tied down to one single.
I can't with you. God.
Can't no man hold you down. I gotta say, Photon melee weapons look very cool. Oh my goodness. Like the Votan themselves, his love was short.
There we go.
It's funny.
All right. All right, chat. Can you guys hear that? Let me know if y'all can hear that dramatic music. All right. That's what I'm talking about.
Dramatic or traumatic?
Well, for you, it's traumatic. So, here we go.
What's the difference, really?
Yeah,
He
there it
says-
is, son.
And you turned it up a tad.
Yeah, let's crank it up here. There we go. The Leagues of Wotan take the matter of personal slights to an extreme degree. Every grudge must be settled, every wrong righted. And in this galaxy there are more than enough wrongs to go around. Fortunately for these obdurate explorers, they have plenty of punchy rules to get it done in a new edition.
Man,
The
they need to
lead-
learn how to let it go, you know?
I know, they hold grudges, don't they? Dang, man.
It's
Kind of reminds me of somebody I know.
They should probably watch
What?
a movie called Frozen. You know, they have a good song on Let It Be So.
God. Alright, here you go. The Leagues of Wotan are all about exacting revenge for transgressions against the kin. Hitting them is almost as bad as hitting yourself, for they have many ways to make you regret harming their comrades. Even once you've commit to a fight, their natural durability means you'll need to spend far more firepower than you'd like, making sure none of these ornery warriors remain.
Keegan says, does it remind you of Methos?
Actually, it kind of reminds me of little Oni. Just saying.
What'd you say?
Nothing. What? I didn't say anything. I don't know what y'all talking about. You're hearing things. Faction rules. Shut up. Can make war in a careful, deliberate manner. Cause and their subordinate. Thanes select targets according to a rapid battlefield analysis of their strength, calculating the value of their defeat against the cost of engagement, a process known as casting the eye of the ancestors. Once a suitable foe is chosen, the Leagues of Wotan can unleash hell, safe in the knowledge that their efforts are well spent. The Leagues of Wotan Army Rule, Eye of the Ancestors. If your army faction is Leagues of Wotan, each time an enemy unit destroys a Leagues of Wotan unit from your army, that enemy unit gains 1 judgment token. An enemy unit can never have more than 2 judgment tokens. Any further judgment tokens a unit would gain beyond this are ignored. And each time a model from your army within this ability makes an attack, that targets a unit that has one or more judgment tokens. Until that model's attacks have been resolved, apply the relevant bonus from the table below to that attack. Judgment tokens 1. Bonus. Eminent
Plus 1
threat.
to hit.
Add 1 to the hit roll. Yeah. Judgment tokens 2. Now we've got a grudge to settle. Add 1 to the hit roll and add 1 to the wound roll.
So +1 to hit and +1 to wound are two very strong mechanics. Good night, Waylander. Great having you here, and rest well, my friend. So it's not the automatically wounding like the grudge tokens had before, but +1 to hit, +1 to wound are still both very strong. And it's so strong that +1 to wound has been the Blood Angels mechanic that had put them on top of the meta several times. Just because, before, needing to wound on something on 4s, you're going to 3s, something that you would normally wound on 5s, going to 4s. It really increases the statistics of you getting those wounds through. So, still very, very, very strong army ability. I see Keegan's already says oofta. Oh my gosh! Hearing you say oofta reminds me of Larry from VeggieTales. Oofta. Marcos Castellanos. Wah! Good to see you, my brother.
The accumulation of judgment tokens spells doom for the unit that collects them, as blistering autocannon fire and glowing plasma axes alike get more accurate and deadly against those who have wronged you. The Oathband detachment takes spite to new levels, allowing you to single out a particular foe for retribution. Their ruthless efficiency rewards singular focus with an immense tactical advantage. Picking up 3 free command points right at the beginning of a battle can shape the entire game. Leagues of Votann Oathband Detachment Rules. Ruthless Efficiency. The kin of an Oathband are skilled warriors and ruthless expansionists, instinctively working together to defeat their foes and efficiently achieve their aims. As with everything, they approach war with a grim, methodical pragmatism that is an inspiration to other kin. At the start of the battle, select 1 unit from your opponent's army. That unit starts the battle with 2 judgment tokens. If at the start of any of your command phases, that enemy unit is destroyed, you gain a number of CP depending on how early in the battle you destroyed it, as shown below. You can only gain CP in this way once per battle, and the CP gained in this way are an exemption to the core rules that limit the maximum number of CP you can gain per battle round to 1.
So, this is a pretty strong ability by being able to start with somebody who's already got 2 judgment tokens at the very beginning of the game before anybody throws any of the dice, saying that thing over there, I want it dead. That's pretty strong. But also, there's 2 ways people are looking at using this. Some people say, oh, well, if there's something big and scary that your boy has, put it on that, and then you can try and nuke it real quick. For instance, like a
tank or a dreadnought.
A tank or a dreadnought, exactly. I want to start with it on that, so I can try and nuke it. But then some people are thinking, nah, fam, put it on something a little weaker, like this 5-man squad of Marines over here. So that way, if you kill something before the second command phase, you get the big boy 3 CP back. And an army with an extra 3 CP, especially as infrequent as CP are going to be in 10th edition, that could be huge. So I think I would think that, if I were playing this faction, it'd be something I'd play by ear. Like there might be some games where, hey, you just want the big scary thing gone.
Yeah.
And then there might be some games where you're like, man, I really want that CP. Oh, I'm sorry. There's a third way some people are talking about playing that. You put it on something that needs line of sight, and if your opponent's, doesn't want to give you 2 or 3 CP, they might stick it out of line of sight behind some ruins or something for a turn or two, and that might keep it out of the fight. So just using it as a threat, playing the mind games with your opponent, that could be another use.
Mm-hmm.
I love your emojis there. I've eaten a few eggplants in my time.
And
Could the Leagues of Votann not originally start with a grudge token on the board?
At the beginning of your turn, the call could immediately point at somebody and say, I want a judgment token on him.
And then you could spend the CP to give them.
Yeah.
Okay,
And especially if you were playing, and if you were a Thurian League, you had another mechanic that could let you put down extra. So there are ways of doing it, but now this is army-wide.
Makes sense. It always seemed like watching League of Votann games. It seemed like they popped them out pretty quick.
Yeah.
I thought they had started with at least one on the board.
It always seemed that way because, like, at the beginning of their turn, they would immediately say, my call does this.
Gotcha.
All right, here's the unit spotlight, y'all. The Hearthkin Warriors. Whew.
I'm going to go ahead and point out something not on here before you get into the stats, Freak.
Okay.
Because it's something that is loud, but by its omission. Okay, what
Void
it is?
armor.
Void armor. So from the designer's commentary, the reason why they no longer have void armor is because they've removed AP across the whole game. What void armor did was turn off rerolls, but also negated 1 AP, right? And so the designer said that because there is less AP in the game, they don't need that -1. But what they did as a buff to it, not only are things having less AP in the game, you'll notice in the toughness here, all of the Votann went up to toughness 5.
Yeah, damn.
So they're going to be tougher to wound. They're going to reduce damage by being tougher than most of your light arms firepower.
And maybe it's just this picture, but for some reason they look shorter than normal.
But if you think about it, they're so hardy, they're as durable, their toughness is the same so far, like we haven't seen stats yet, but like in 9th edition, what's toughness 5? Your aggressors are toughness 5, bikes are toughness 5, cavalry are toughness 5.
Had their wounds? Did you say that their wounds changed, Methos, originally, or?
No, toughness.
No. But their wounds, because it's shown only 1.
Yeah, no, their wounds haven't changed.
Has that changed? Okay. Man, that's wow.
I was saying it's going to be harder to wound them at toughness 5.
Right. At toughness 5, but still, I mean, only having 1 wound.
Yeah,
Oh,
they've
yeah, well,
always
that's-
been like that.
Huh?
They've always been 1 wound.
I didn't remember that. Yeah, I was just curious.
The only ones
Okay.
that were multi-wound are the Terminator ones.
Ah, okay, because of the armor. I gotcha. Huh.
And of course, the characters as well.
Yeah. Okay. I wonder if they're going to wind up changing that eventually. Just curious. Okay, range weapons. Here we go. The Autok pattern bolt pistol, range 12. Not a lot of range on it, right? So, has 1 attack, ballistic skill 4, strength 4, AP 0, damage 1. Autok pattern bolter, 24 inches, 2 attacks, 4 and 4, 0 and 1. The Etakarn plasma beamer, sustained hits D3. 18 inches at 1 attack, 4 plus ballistic, strength 8, -3 AP, damage 2. This is interesting, so because the strength is as high as if it were, like your supercharging plasma.
Yep, and the 2 damage. So it's like it's
Yep.
always overcharging,
Always, yeah.
but it's but never hurts you.
Yeah.
It's like
That's
they've
bull.
refined the plasma technique.
That's bullcrap. Yeah.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Right, Sword Toughness 5 as well, exactly.
Yeah. The Edakarn Plasma Pistol, a 6-inch range. That's a short range. Wow. But it's same stats overall though. So 1 attack, 4 up ballistics, strength 8, minus 3 AP, and then damage is 2. The Hylas Auto Rifle, it's assault rapid fire 3 at 24 inches, 3 attacks, 4 up ballistics, 6 strength, minus 1 AP, and 1 damage. The Hylas Rotary Cannon, it's heavy, sustained hits is 1. Range is 24 inches. Attacks is 6. 5 up ballistic and 6 strength. Minus 1 AP and 1 damage.
This is big news for people that play Votann, because previously the rotary cannon is something that only came on the bikes. You couldn't take them on your troops before.
Yeah.
But now that the kill team is coming out with a trooper that's carrying the rotary cannon, now they've got stats for it here, so you can see that those rules from Kill Team are getting ported over here, and you're going to be able to do that in 40k, which is
nice. Iron Blaster, 18 inches is the range, 1 attack at 4 up ballistic, 5 for the strength, minus 2 AP, and 1 damage. And then the Ion Pistol, it's got the pistol keyword, range is 12 inches, 1 attack, same stats as the Ion Blaster. The L7 missile launcher, it has a blast keyword, 24 inches. D6 is the amount of attacks, 4 up ballistic, 4 strength. AP, nothing to write home about, guys, on that one. And then
actually the 4, 4, and 1 is very similar to like a Space Marine. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Missile launcher, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Nothing to write home. Is very, very basic.
Yep.
L7 missile launcher focused. Now this one is a little more. 24 inches range, still the same range. 1 attack though. But if you can make it work, it will hurt so much. Ballistic skill is 4 up, but your strength is 9, minus 2 AP, and a damage is D6. Wow,
Yeah,
that's
people,
like that's better than last cannon.
Oh, for sure. A lot of, or no, it's D6, same strength 9 is actually.
Is it
the
strength
same
9? I thought yep. Oh yeah, you're right. That's right. I was thinking strength 8 on the last. Okay, yeah.
So yeah, this is basically as strong as the last cannon right there.
Yeah.
I wonder if so we've seen that the vehicle last cannons are going on the Land Raider are going up to strength 10, I think. I wonder if they'll be going up on like just a regular Marine holding last cannon too.
I don't know. Interesting.
Big thing here. Keegan, my man, you may want to sit down for this. Rail rifle, the Magna rail rifle. So the rail gun, or the rail, all the rail guns they're still strong, hitting on 5s, but because they're heavy, that means if you stay still, it'll hit on 4s, and then they'll probably get another +1 if you give them that judgment token, so they'll be hitting on 3s again. Strength 12, still very strong, minus 3 AP. I think they lost an AP there. D3 plus 3s, very solid damage. But the big thing that's missing here, the rail guns no longer ignore invul saves. And it's something that's been seen on the Tau, and it looks like I'm anticipating the same thing is going to happen to the Vanquisher cannon. I think that, huh?
I said, don't say that.
Well, I don't see any reason why the Tau would lose it, the Votann would lose it, and we'd still keep it. I think the age of ignoring invul saves is gone. Never planned on using the rail rifle. It's stupid expensive in points. But what about your land fortress? The big rail cannon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a pretty big save. The rest, close combat weapons, pretty much the same. Kin melee weapon, pretty generic profile.
Yep.
Strength 5, minus 2 damage. Oh yeah, I did have it on that. Yeah, a lot of people pissing in Wheaties over losing that on the Hecaton Land Fortress. So, guys, if you see a strange bowl of Wheaties out there, don't eat.
Wheaties.
All right, here it is, the Land Fortress.
The chunky boy.
Yeah.
Improvise, adapt, and kill. Good thinking, Keegan. That's the right mindset to have, brother.
It is. It's a positive.
Guys, it looks like cereal is safe to eat around Keegan's house.
It's like eating yellow snow, right? It's the same.
That's still not safe.
Oh, okay. Oh God, Hecaton Land Fortress.
I'm gonna let you read. I'll be right back.
Okay, man.
Atlas, feel free to chip in.
No,
Yes.
Where's... I still have a odd taste in my mouth of a Voton.
Oh.
Wanting them to stand in the spotlight, so been silent.
What'd you say?
Oh,
I
he's
said
back.
there's a lot of GW that really play Voton, apparently.
Yeah, they really like him.
I know they like me. I'm a lovable person.
Oh my God. All right, the Land Fortress. Movement 10 inches, toughness 12, 2-up save, 16 wounds. God, I think it's tough, man. 7-up leadership, and your objective control is at 5. Let's see. Cyclic ion cannon is got the blast keyword. 24 inches of the range. Your attacks, this is crazy, D6 plus 3. So at the minimum, you get at least 4 attacks. Ballistic skills 4 up. The strength is 9, minus 2 AP and 2 damage. Man, that's some serious, crazy, dope damage right there. Good grief.
So anyways, I started blasting.
The fact that it's a blast weapon, man, that can clear some Space Marine units. Holy cow.
Oh, man. Was that from God, was the game we used to play, I'm drawing a blank now. God dang it, dude. What was the game we used to play? Oni.
Huh.
What was the game that we used to play? That I think that's where you got that from. That reference.
No, I got that from Danny DeVito.
Oh, okay. Because it sounded like
It was on
Borderlands.
an
You know how
episode of,
Borderlands, I think Borderlands 3 that we were playing, right? I think it was 3, right? Where the guy was like, so anyway, I started blasting. That's what I thought I thought that was just from. So.
No, that's Danny DeVito.
Oh, okay.
He does it in an episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought that was from Borderlands. I thought that was pretty funny. Because that's what he sounds like. He sounds like a pretty active
Because
guy.
he's in the I think it was in the news. He was being interviewed, and then he takes out some pistols, and he goes, so anyways, I started blasting.
This is a stupid line. Heavy Magna Rail Cannon, devastating wounds and heavy. So range 30 inches. 1 attack, 4 for ballistic skill, and this is just it's guaranteed to hit. It's strength 18, minus 4 AP, and the damage is D6 plus 6.
Who's
Man, huh?
Who's this?
This is the Heavy Magna Rail Cannon on the vehicle.
Oh, finally it'll be good.
Well, I don't know if you heard, but it lost its
Yeah, I
ignoring.
don't care about that. Every single time I brought it to our games, I've never wounded anything with it.
Yeah.
That's a damn shame.
The Hecaton Warhead. blast, indirect fire, and 1 shot. 36-inch range. Attacks is D6 plus 3. Ballistic skill is 4. Strength is 7, minus 2 AP, and 2 damage. That is crazy. So you would think that something that sounds as badass as a Hecaton Warhead would do more damage than the damn heavy Magna Rail cannon, but no. Heavy freaking Magna Rail has got a strength 18 and damage D6 plus 6.
Well, railguns have historically always been like one of the strongest weapons.
I know that, but you hear Warhead. Never mind.
What's a warhead against a railgun?
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's a one-shot weapon too. Oh,
Yes.
so this is basically an equivalent of like a hunter-killer missile.
Yep.
That only
One-time
does 2
use.
damage for some reason.
It also says indirect fire. Important keynote.
That's true.
Yes,
Didn't hear
yeah.
that.
So doesn't need line of shot. So
Yeah.
Keegan agrees with you. Warheads are supposed to be amazing.
yeah.
D6 plus 3 shots, though. It's like a whole salvo of missiles.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Uh,
Has anyone, and this is something, I know we're like bringing some of the news here, but has anyone heard how indirect fire is supposed to work in 10th edition, chat?
Yeah,
You
you
guys have
just say, I want to shoot that.
Well, currently in 40K, in 9th edition, you lose you minus your ballistic skill by 1 if you do that, and your opponent gets an extra +1 to their armor save. It's supposed to work indirectly. Thank you, Keegan. I appreciate you.
Smart Alex.
So I'm wondering if they're still going to penalize indirect fire in the new edition.
I'm pretty sure.
Probably so.
Probably, since it's supposed to be less lethal. It's still going to be nerfed. After all, everything else is taking a bit of a nerf.
It's not like artillery is lethal. Stupid. fucking game.
Laughs in Basilisk.
Sorry, I just gotta go rinse this salt out of my mouth. It's lingering.
I hope not, because I still think the warhead is worthless.
yes.
But you gotta use mouthwash after.
What?
Methos got it.
Oh, I got it too. You're gross.
Hey,
Hey, it's
he's
how
a
I
man
get
who gets the
discounts
hookup.
at the store.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, but I guess.
Don't judge.
No. All right, let's continue here. Mater autocannon. It's Mater like tomato without the tuh. The range is 24 inches. Attacks is 6, 4 up, ballistic. 7 is the strength, minus 1 AP, and 2 dammies. The SP, that's Sierra Papa Heavy Conversion Beamer. Keywords are conversion, sustained hits a D3, 24 inches of range, 2 attacks, 4 plus ballistic, strength 7, another strong weapon, minus 2 AP, and 4 damage, which is pretty freaking amazing. That's 4, flat 4, baby. Convergent, that's part of that keyword. Each time an attack is made with this weapon, if the target is more than 12 inches from the bearer, an unmodified successful hit roll of 4 plus scores a critical hit.
On a 4 up?
Yes.
Damn. But it has to be more than 12 inches.
Yes.
Damn.
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 Even on like Space Marine stuff, conversion beamers work. The farther you are away, the stronger they get.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I mean, you're going to hit no matter. I mean, this is a damn night killer. Between that and the damn heavy Magna Rail cannon, that's just going to drop whatever. That's nuts.
Damn.
The twin bolt cannon, which is your typical, bolt, it's got sustained hits, 1 and twin lengths, 36 inches of the range, 3 attacks, 4 up, ballistic, 6 strength, minus 1 AP, and 2 damage. And finally, the twin ion beamer sustained hits D3, twin linked, 18 inches is the range, 3 attacks, 4 ballistics, 7 strength, -2 AP, and 1 damage. And then for the melee, armored wheels, so you just roll over them. So yeah, 6 attacks. I guess that's 6 wheels. Weapon skills 4, strength 8, AP 0, damage
So
is
I
1.
can do basic math.
Oh, you talking about how badass they are? King goes, why do you think I want to roll 3 of them with a mechanic in the middle? Because with a mechanic in the middle, there's some leeway.
God. All right, core deadly demise D6, faction Eye of the Ancestors, fire support in your shooting phase. After this model has shot, select 1 enemy unit. It scored 1 or more hits against this phase. Until the end of the phase, each time a friendly model that disembarked from this transport this turn makes an attack that target the enemy unit, you can re-roll the wound roll. Damn.
So you jump out of your battle wagon here, your
Buddy.
turtle van,
And
and
if
you
you
get re-rolled.
God.
So you're going to be extra deadly when you pop out of this thing. That's pretty awesome.
War gear abilities, the Pan Spectral Scanner. Range weapons equipped by this bearer have the Ignores cover ability. Oh.
So that hasn't changed.
And then damage.
Wait. Ignores cover outright?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's even better. Because right now it's ignores light cover.
Well, right now there's only light cover in 10th edition.
Oh, then excuse me, Mr. Man.
Oh, no, I was just letting you know. I wasn't trying to be sassy. I was just letting you know.
I don't know. I heard a lot of sass, Oni.
Yeah,
I felt it in my soul.
I was trying to be educational, not sassy.
He's like, listen here, dumbass.
That's what I heard. I felt it. I mean, I felt offended for
In
you.
the moment, Methos.
Right? Damn.
Sorry.
Like, no, I'm sorry for being ignorant.
Oh, my God.
I was just trying to share.
Damage 1 to 5 wounds remaining. While this model has 1 to 5 wounds remaining, each time this model makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll. That's typical. All right, here we go, guys. Weapons spotlight.
Wait.
What?
So, are they gonna get rid of the the different leagues, like
I don't
the
think that's
Emir,
really
Syrian,
confirmed
and
yet.
all that stuff?
So it'll probably be similar to Space Marines. They're getting, like, the chapters only lock characters right now, not rules.
Okay.
And your rules come from your detachments, and I think each faction's supposed to come with 3 different detachments you can take.
Okay. Because I mean, I don't want to lose my extra 4 inches, you know.
Nobody would.
Oh man, I could use an extra 4 myself.
Yeah. Well, I struggle to keep the ones I have. What?
TMI.
Sorry. Weapon spotlight. Though they possess many advanced technologies, the Leagues of Votan prize reliability over raw power, and don't carry anything with quite the excess of the Astra Militarum volcano cannon. What they do have, though, are their esoteric conversion beams. I can English.
Man, screw that volcano cannon.
Conversion beam weapons, whose new conversion's ability multiplies their hits several times over once the beam has enough distance to focus.
Well, extra 4 inches. What are we talking about? Weapon range. Weapon range, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Sierra
Gotta
Papa
get those
conversion
extra
beamer.
pumps in there somehow, you know.
Yeah. The conversion beamer, range 24 inches, 1 attack. Ballistic skill 4 up, and it's strength 7, AP -1, 3 damage. Each time an attack is made with this weapon, if the target is more than 12 inches from the bearer, an unmodified successful hit roll of 4+ scores a critical hit. There you go.
So if you look at the conversion
Pretty
beamer
awesome.
ability from before, they kind of stack. So if you remember before, it was like unmodified successful of 6 gives you sustained hits, right? So you get more hits that way. And then now, if you're more than 12 away, you get the +4 gives you a critical hit, which means they'll count as 6s.
Mhm.
So it's like on a 4+, you're just getting all kinds of extra hits.
Actually, Kiki's got a really good question. If it's 24 inches, that's double the 12s. I mean, does that count additional critical?
No.
So, hey, I was just asking for a friend.
And I answered it for a friend.
Shut up, man.
Will it get 12, my bad. Yeah, there you go. Keegan's got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stratagem Spotlight. Judgment tokens aren't just for improving hit and wound rolls. They also interact with oath-bound stratagems to punish transgressors even further. Seeing someone shoot at your allies is bad enough, but when the offending enemy shoots at you, well, the kin don't take that very well at all, and a reactive reprisal is in order. Reactive reprisal. Oathbound. Battle tactic stratagem. 2 CP. Once an enemy target has been marked out by the eye of the ancestors, the kin focus their efforts upon its destruction, redoubling their fury should it attempt to engage. When your opponent's shooting phase just after an enemy unit that has 1 or more judgment tokens has resolved its attacks. Target. 1 Leagues of Votan unit from your army that was selected as the target of 1 or more of the attacking unit's attack. Effect. Your Leagues of Votan unit can shoot as if it were your shooting phase, but it must target the enemy unit that just attacked it, and can only do so if that enemy unit is an eligible target.
That's pretty awesome, but I feel like the name is off. I feel like it should have been named, Battle Tactic Stratagem. Mother trucker, did you just shoot me?
Yeah.
The stratagem card has a picture of Samuel L. Jackson on it.
That's awesome.
Does he look like a... Okay. All right.
Tired of these mother trucking steaks, on these mother trucking tyrannids, on these mother trucking ship. All right, 2 more. We got Space Marines for those of us that play Space Marines, and we got the Imperial Guard.
All right.
About the Black Legion.
Space Marines.
Space Marine.
You mean the Green Legion?
Listen here, guys.
See, I didn't say anything. I said nothing. And you got these shit starters, right? That are just
quiet,
starting shit. What? I'm trying to help you.
All it says is we know somebody that plays Space Marines. I don't know what you're talking about, freak. I don't know why you're so riled up.
God.
All right, faction ability, Oath of Moment.
Yes, Oath of Moment.
Every
Let's
time I
see.
hear that, I think of Loken kneeling before his brothers and taking his vow.
Yes. All right. And while okay, what is this? Okay. Let's try to get a good overview. Okay. Space Marines have always been the toughest warriors around, and they once again live up to the legend on the tabletop. Many units, such as Terminators, Centurions, and those wearing the Mark X Gravis armor, now have a higher toughness. I'm gonna have to get my damn inhaler. Can't you read it? While the game-wide reduction in armor penetration makes power armor feel as tough as it should be, while
I'm gonna have to text Michelle to bring you your inhaler.
While rerolls to hit and wound are much rarer now, Space Marines have more access to reflect their elite status, chiefly through the Oath of Moment faction ability. Your warriors may be few, but they're terrifyingly efficient angels of death.
Are you laughing at the amount of smoke they're trying to blow up?
No.
No, because he reads Roman numerals. As
Yes, just read them as the letters. I gotta get my inhale. I'll be right back.
It's VII Legion.
Yeah. The Imperial Fist VII.
I'll be right back. See if we can read that.
Do you mean the 7th Legion? Like the first time that question came up during one of our live chats, he just went quiet for a minute.
That was funny.
The VII Legion. You mean the 7th Legion?
That's why it's a running joke. The VII Legion. Because it was on a picture of Rogel Dorn. Somebody painted this Roman numeral 7 on his cloak. He goes, "Oh man, that's a pretty cool looking VII on his cloak." It's like, dude, that's number 7.
7th Legion, man.
That's awesome.
He was just quiet.
Cool VII.
And that's why we say the VII Legion.
So that's why he said the Mark X armor. And then he couldn't keep a straight face after that.
But it was the fact that they were trying to say the Space Marines are like some of the toughest guys on the tabletop and always have been. I thought that was pretty laughable. Or the fact that they said the power armor really feels like power armor on the tabletop.
Well, with the reduction of, AP, it'll feel a little tougher. Although, you've shown us many, many times that enough flashlights.
I was thinking one,
with an A, everybody. With an A.
One half-dead custody with a battle axe wipes out an entire team of Terminators. On a whim.
That's not just one custodies. That's the man. The myth.
I mean, the man, the myth with like 2 HP left.
Trajan Valoris.
And he's just like, oh yeah, how many Terminators are there? 1, 2, 3. Hey,
yeah,
you
they're all
put your
dead.
hand up twice. Put your hand down. One axe. Woof. Okay, now all the Terminators are dead. Really makes you feel Terminator armor like it's special, right?
See, not looking at all these rules is all fine and dandy, but what I really want to see, Custodies rules.
Yeah, unfortunately, those haven't been previewed yet, or those would have been the first ones I put down for you. But no word yet.
But then again, the poster childs, Space Marines, where are they on the tournament listing? Hold on, I haven't found it yet.
Methos is like, yes.
Wait, they aren't on the listing? Where's the trash can? Here they are. Sorry.
Right next to the AdMech. Another faction I collect.
But don't worry, we've always made sure they feel like they're really strong. Like I said, I don't know who they're getting to write this stuff up, but boy howdy. They clearly don't play the game.
I was about to say, but the designer's notes are like, these are the intention of the rules we made.
Exactly.
Like, execution may come out a little differently, but these are the intentions of the rules we made.
Good grief. Oh, man. I need a blanket. I'll be right back. Ugh.
Already? That is laughable. Maybe, Keegan, in the new edition, maybe Space Marines will be tough. We don't know.
One.
Actually, we do kind of know. Morty and Glory played a couple of Space Marine versus Tyrannid games over on his channel, and you got jokes today. And so far in the playtests, there was a little bit of a welcome back, Freak.
Thank you.
Did you find your Mark X armor?
We were just explaining the inside joke to Atlas, you know, and
Oh
just like those APT9 shirts. Man, I really love my APT9 shirts.
I'm literal, okay? And I'm like,
Oh man, that's
looking,
a pretty cool looking VI.
No, Methos, look, we were at the hotel, right? We were getting ready for. I forgot what it was. Anyway,
We were unpacking.
Unpacking,
when we arrived
yes.
at the hotel for Hellchild's wedding.
yes, and you know, it's like, I'm actually changing shirts and all that. I'm like, man, I love these APT9 shirts. Methos looks at me. Hold
Well,
on.
first I just look at him strange. He's like, APT9? You've never heard of the brand APT9? They really, and he with the straight face he goes into, they're really comfortable. They got the, you know, I grabbed a couple of them, and, you know, talked about how his wife had picked him up some, and they were so comfortable, he had to get more. And
I hate you
he
right
really
now.
likes the APT9 shirts. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that? Do you maybe mean the brand Apartment 9?
Wait, hold on. I gotta put us on for this because it's the. Oh God! So big intro. Okay, I just shut that off. All right. So. Oh God dang it! The air horn was still on. Oh shoot. Oh God! So as soon as Methos says that, I'm like, I just stare at him like,
You can
What?
see the wheels turning.
what? Apartment 9.
brand?
Yeah. And I pause and I actually go towards the window. And I turn and I'm like looking out the window. I'm like, I don't know why. I just thought it was just APT9. I didn't hear Methos say anything else. I think he was trying to jab a coffee straw into his eyeball or something like that because it was just had enough of my shit. Oh God. So yeah.
I was just trying to keep it in. Don't laugh at him. Don't laugh at him. Don't laugh at him.
So that was the.
there. I would have been. laughing.
I was like, I told my wife because I told her, you know, hey, these are great APT9 shirts that you got. And she's looking at me.
Oh yeah, that's right. You actually called her up after that talk. You were like, "Why didn't you ever tell me?" He says, "I've been telling you, I really like these APT9 shirts
Yep.
you bought me.
Yep.
Could you pick up some more of them?" while you're at the store?"
Yep. And she not once says, "You mean Apartment 9, dumbass?" You know, no, none of that. None of that. Not even to help a friend. No. And she goes, yeah, sure. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I love these APT9 shirts. And I'm like, really, you know, I mean, I'm selling the damn stuff, man. And I tell Methos, dude, these APT9 shirts are great. Methos doesn't say anything. I'm telling you, you tried them? You ever tried them?
Maybe she was just trying
Nothing.
to let you have your moment, you know.
Well, this is my conversation with Methos, and he's like, he won't answer. Dude, you mean Apartment 9? And I'm looking immediately at the shirt. Like, I literally picked the shirt up and I look at it. Like, who the hell wrote that on there? And so I look at it. I put the shirt down. And I walk towards the window.
Sad Hulk music starts playing.
Yeah, yes. Da, 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 da. Yes. And I'm like, I didn't say anything for about a few seconds to let it like. Why the hell did I read it as APT9? And Methos just busts out laughing, dude. And I'm like,
Bet you were like, this is the VII incident.
yeah, pretty much. It is so much. I was like, you know what? And that's when I was like, all right, screw it. This is the hill I'm going to die on. This is an APT9 shirt, Methos. He's like, oh, yeah.
It's a space marine.
So, anyways, let's start blasting.
Good grief.
So sweet. Oh God, I can't.
All right, now go back to reading. You left off on Mark X.
I hate you. Oh God. Oh God. I'm sorry. You know, it's so crazy. I'm a damn good IT guy, but God, outside of that world, it's like the brain thing. I just can't do it. God. Oh, but oh my God, that hurt my cranium. Oh, gee. All right.
APT9 is my droid in Star Wars RPG.
It's always like
to FY3K.
Oh God, I'm serious. It sounds like you're talking about a droid. Methos, my APT9 shirt is amazing. You have a shirt for your droid?
Weird flex, but okay.
Right? Like, hey, look, what you do in your own time. Oh God, I'm
Like,
sorry.
listen, man, if you want some free time in this hotel room, just let me know. I'll step out.
I'll walk out. Yeah, I can. I'll call Hellchild and I'll go to dinner. Well, you can just have the hotel room to yourself.
But just make sure you think about yourself by the time I get back. You know?
Oh gosh, I'm hurting. Okay. Where are we there? Okay, so we
left off on Mark X.
That's your horror.
Space Marine.
I had read that on there. Space Marines. There you go. Let me get back to it here. Of the week. All right. Space Marines are organized into self-contained chapters, which must be highly self-sufficient in the field. The standard doctrine of the Codex Astartes emphasizes flexibility, as exemplified by the Gladius Task Force detachment. This battle-tested formation is available to every Space Marine chapter, whether they are slavish adherents of the Codex Astartes or slightly more eccentric. The detachment rule for the Gladius Task Force is Combat Doctrines, which gives players the choice of 3 powerful disciplines to focus on at the start of their command phase. These can really turn the tide at a critical moment.
Now you'll notice these are going to be different than before.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to give AP like they used to, because their goal is to remove AP.
AP, yeah. Adeptus Astartes Gladius Task Force Detachment Rule. Combat Doctrines. At the start
How
of...
you really feel?
Oh, I did. At the start of your command phase, you can select one of the combat doctrines listed below. Until the start of your next command phase, that combat doctrine is active, and its effects apply to all Adeptus Astartes units from your army with this ability. You can only select each combat doctrine once per battle. Devastator Doctrine. The Codex Astartes explains in detail the strategic value of overwhelming firepower applied to key targets while advancing into position in order to eliminate threats and create tactical openings. This unit is eligible to shoot in a turn in which it advanced. Tactical Doctrine. As the warring armies close upon one another and vicious firefights erupt, the Codex lays out strategies for swiftly seizing the initiative and combining versatility with firepower. This unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge in a turn in which it fell back. Assault Doctrine. The Codex Astartes leaves no doubt that the killing blow in most engagements must be delivered with a decisive close-quarter strike. It presents plentiful tactical means to achieve this end. This unit is eligible to declare a charge in a turn in which it advanced.
So there's the three. You can fall back and shoot, or charge. You can advance and charge, and of course you can advance and shoot, which is interesting. And it sounds like you can do the advance and shoot for no penalty, which is an interesting change. And another thing that's interesting is that it used to be that in one form or another, these combat doctrines were on all game, but it sounds like you use them once, no repeats, and that's it. So you'll have 3 rounds basically with doctrines.
Yeah.
They I don't know, I feel like I'm going to use the advance and charge one with my wolves and my white scars a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know how often I'm going to need to advance and shoot, but yeah, it seems situational, but maybe I'll use it. And then fall back and shoot, which is funny because advance and charge is like a white scars thing, and fall back and charge or shoot, that's kind of a mix of white scars and ultramarines.
Right.
I don't know, overall, I guess I would say it's a little underwhelming, but it's kind of like the old chapter tactics,
Yeah.
For white scars and ultramarines.
Yeah, it's definitely different. That way different than what we had before.
Yeah, but this is just the Gladius Strike Force. There's supposed to be 3 detachments with every faction, so we'll see what else comes out.
Right.
Maybe a better one will be there.
Right.
Or something more suited to our play styles. I mean, we'll see. I'm excited about what can come with this. All of these, however, come with, no matter which detachment you take, all Space Marines get the Oath of Moment. I don't think it's in the spotlight because I think it was in an earlier article, so I'm just going to give you the quick and dirty recap.
Mm-hmm.
The Oath of Moment basically will let a Space Marine army each turn pick a unit and say, I'm declaring an oath on that mother trucker. You specifically got to call them a mother trucker.
Mother trucker, got it.
And once you swear an oath against them, you get full rerolls to hit and wound against them. That one unit for the entire round. Just the one. And
what happens if you don't call him a mother trucker? Does the opponent get the full wounded hit and wound rerolls?
No, but because you no longer have the intimidation of Samuel L. Jackson, they do get to pimp slap you.
Oh. Okay.
What is that? What is that? D6 plus 3 wounds?
Yes. Mortals.
And you get to wear the famed APT-9 shirt.
They are comfy,
No. The Mark X APT-9 shirt.
No, mine's VII.
Oh, sorry. The Mark X APT-9 VII Legion
Yes.
shirt.
Yes.
Okay. That's a mouthful right there. Let's try saying that 5 times.
Never had that said about me before.
Oh my god.
Double slap if you don't do it in the Samuel voice. So yeah, that's a pretty strong ability. And then I think G-Man is in this preview, so actually I'm not going to go into what he does for Oath of Moment.
Yeah. Each of these combat doctrines only works once per battle, so choose wisely. Combined with the Oath of Moment that all Space Marines armies get, you can rally and unleash a hellacious strike on dangerous foes at the critical moment. Sudden decapitating strikes are a Space Marines specialty, and they're now so good at it that your opponent won't even have time to ask how your Terminators got so far up in his grill. Oh, God.
I can't believe somebody at Games Workshop wrote up in.
I know. that's wow.
Somebody fire that guy.
Right.
Or give him a medal.
Unit Spotlight. What can be said about the Land Raider? This venerable transport is to regular tanks what a Space Marine is to regular humans. A huge, impregnable demigod of a machine that protects its passengers just as well as it fights back, ferrying heavy weapons and heavier troops into battle.
Impregnable.
Impregnable. The assault ramp is back, dropping cargoes of Terminators, aggressors, or whatever else you choose right into the thick of things, ready to charge. Movement is 10, toughness 12, savings 2 up, wounds 16, leadership 6, and the OC is 5, baby.
That'll kind of give me a reason to actually dust off the Land Raider that I have. The one that you gave me.
Yep.
Nice.
Godhammer Last Cannon, 48-inch, 2 attacks, 3 ballistic skill, strength 12, AP -3. Wow, strength 12. That's incredible. -3 AP.
So he will need Agron on 3s.
Yep. D6 +1.
You leave Angron alone? Damn. He just wants to he's just trying to live his best life.
My bad.
The Hunter Killer Missile, 1 shot, 48 inches, 1 attack, 2 up, ballistic, 14 strength, -3 AP, D6. It's a 1 shot, we know that. Multi-Melta, if you go to the Multi-Melta way, Melta 2, 18 inches of range, 2 attacks, 3+ for the ballistic, strength 9, -4 AP, D6 for the damage.
So Melta being multi-Melta being strength 9. This is something we should take note of for guard as well, Atlas. Multi-Melta strength 9, which means I think the standard like Rhino and stuff is going up to the minimum of toughness 9. So Meltas may not be the jack of all trades, crack every vehicle open unit it used to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still good if you get the wound through.
Yeah.
But, you know.
Look like last cannon's the way to go now. Or those, the last cannon, or the, yeah. Stormbolter, rapid fire 2, 24-inch range, 2 attacks, 3 up ballistic, 4 strength, typical basic bolters, guys. Nothing wonderful there. Twin heavy bolter, sustained hit, 1 twin linked, 36 inches range, 3 attacks, ballistics 3 up, strength is 5, -1 AP, and 2 dammies. And of course the melee, 6 attacks, 4 up, strength 8, which is the vehicle, and then AP 0, damage 1.
I really feel like in this edition, the possibility of running over people with your vehicle seems
It
a
seems
lot
more likely, yeah.
Yeah, it seems a lot more likely. It's no longer like, oh, you can hit them, but only on 6s,
Yeah.
which is what a lot of vehicles used to be like.
Right. Now they can just back up. Beep, beep, beep. You know, that's it. Well, you're done. Oath the moment is a faction, assault ramp. Each time a unit disembarks from this model after it has made a normal move, that unit is still eligible to declare a charge this turn. So there you go. And of course the bracketed damage. 1 to 5 wounds remaining. While this model has 1 to 5 wounds remaining, each time this model makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll.
So I like that vehicles and whatnot are only being bracketed like once they're on their last like quarter of health instead of halfway. You know, it makes the vehicles feel tougher. And you don't have so many bracketed profiles to deal with. It's just like you got your main profile, and then once it gets really low, you got this, you know, -1 here.
Right. And we got the Gorilla Man.
Ah, Bobby G. What do you think would happen if, you know, you were an old Marine who called his lordship Bobby G? What up, B?
Yeah. Somebody will be scraping your guts off the ground. Why is this thing not on?
Not me. I would have been like, "What up, B?"
I am really excited about this new profile for him.
On Gillen?
Yep.
Finally happy with his stats.
Yes. When the line came out, admittedly, I was feeling a little, you know, green-eyed jealousy about...
Green-eyed? Boy, you was seeing red.
I was like, okay, I understand that, you know, he's a bit of a little brother to the Lion, but does he have to be so little? It's got a good profile now. I'm happy with this profile.
I think I fried this jack.
Uh-oh.
Hope it's not on my phone and only in this stupid cable. Okay. Alright, range weapons, a Hand of Dominion. Range 30. Attacks 2, ballistic skill 2. Strength 6, AP -2, damage 2. Look at the regular stats. Movement's 8 inches. Toughness 9, 2 up save, 10 wounds. Leadership 5+, and OC is only 4. The Emperor's Sword. 14 attacks. Holy crap.
That one is definitely going to be
Damn.
your horde buster.
Yeah. Damn. 14 attacks. 2 ups. Weapons. Weapon skill. Strength 8. -3 AP. 2 damage. And Hand of Dominion. Lethal hits is the keyword. 7 attacks. 2+ on the weapon skill. 14 strength. And then, yeah, and then AP -4, and then damage 4. That is crazy. And those are cannons or something underneath the wrist, right?
Yep, that's why the Hand of Dominion has a melee and a ranged option.
Gotcha. Excuse me.
You're welcome.
Author of the Codex, Prime Mech. Okay, we already got all the Master of the Battle. Let's see, I don't know if this...
But with Master of Battle, that's one thing to point out. So normally Space Marines can pick out one Oath of Moment target a turn, but with this Master of Battle, he can give you an extra one, so you can actually pick out 2 targets on the field that to say, see that thing over there? I don't want to see it no more. It kind of fits because, like, when he first came out, you know, Gilliman was like a big force multiplier that gave your whole army, you know, rerolls around him, you know, and kind of like a Belisarius Call. And this kind of like a good throwback to that.
And then you've got the Armor Fate. The first time this model is destroyed, roll 1d6 at the end of the phase. On a 3-up, set this model back on the battlefield as close as possible to where it was destroyed and not within engagement range of any enemy models with a 6 wounds remaining. Wow.
So the Armor of Fate still bringing him back. Pretty good. I am pleased with the new Gilliman profile.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Weapon Spotlight. This is something that I use a lot on my Redemptor Dreadnought. The the Heavy Onslaught Cannon.
Oh yeah, he loves the Deca.
Uh-huh. Heavy Onslaught Gatling, 24 inches, 12 attacks. Ballistics 3, Strength 6, AP 0, D1. Okay. With vehicle toughness going way up in the new edition, certain anti-tank weapons have become more specialized against improved armor, while others have seen a boost in strength. In the latter category is the heavy laser destroyer, the top of the repulsor executioner, a perfect expression of the Space Marines' martial might. Or for extra fun, point 1 at a termagant and watch them disappear like magic.
That guy in particular.
Yeah. Heavy laser destroyer. Dang. 72-inch range. Why do you even have that? Why even have that? Why the hell would you need that? Why would you even have to say 72 inches? You can say 48. 48 is the whole damn board. What?
Just for the clout.
So that way, even if you're on one corner and somebody's in the other corner, you know, and you're caddy corner, but somehow you still have line of sight.
Good God, man. You get 2 attacks. Ballistic steel is 3. Strength is 16. Minus 4 AP. D6 plus 4. So minimum damage is a 5.
I think toughness in this edition is only going up to 14. So, like, no matter what, you're always wounding on at least 3 plus.
3, yep. And a
Good
stratagem.
thing that Brother Freak hooked me up with a executioner turret.
I did?
You did.
The hell was I
Printed
thinking?
it for my impulsory.
Ugh.
You were like, hey, just in case you want to make both versions. And I'm like, ooh, baby.
In case you want to melt my face off. Yeah, that's I don't know what I was thinking. Stratagem Spotlight. All right. Only in death does duty end. The Gladius Task Force Epic Deed Stratagem. Eminent death for 2 CP does not prevent the Space Marine from enacting his final justice upon the enemies of the Imperium. When? Fight phase, just after an enemy unit has selected its target. Target. 1 Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that was selected as the target of 1 or more of the attacking unit's attacks. The effect. Until the end of the phase, each time a model in your unit is destroyed, if that model has not fought this phase, do not remove it from play. The destroyed model can fight after the attacking model's unit has finished making its attacks and is then removed from play. Cool.
That stratagem says, I'm going to get my lick in. That's what it is.
All right. All right, here we go. Astra Militarum. I'm sticking it out for this one because I know it affects Brother Atlas. But after this, I gotta call it, guys.
Oh yeah, for
not
sure.
doing too well.
Like, we are definitely over more than we expected. But I was definitely excited to get Brother Atlas's thoughts on Astra Militarum.
Yeah. The Hammer of the Emperor. The
I
Imperium.
didn't realize I had my mic muted this whole time.
Oh, We thought we just tired of our shit. I mean, it's like, oh, okay, I guess.
I mean, I was tired of our own shit, you know.
My son woke up like 35 minutes ago, something
Oh,
like that, and I had to get up
dang.
and help him, and then I muted it, and I totally forgot to.
Oh, man.
I was like, man, these guys are just ignoring me.
I was like, oh man, I feel so bad for keeping him up late. I hope he's not
Yeah.
upset.
Yeah, it's like, man, screw those guys. Oh.
My bad.
The Imperium is
I remember
mind
this.
boggling vast, under constant attack from unknowable terrors within and without, and it is only by the daily sacrifice of innumerable Astra Militarum troopers that the darkness is held back. The Imperial Guard is the only organization enormous enough to protect humanity's realm from one galactic edge to the other, built upon the blood and grit of the men and women who hold the line against aliens, mutants, and heretics. With a new Tyranid invasion bursting out from an unexpected quarter, the Astra Militarum are harder pressed than ever, but they do have the bulwark of some tasty new rules. One ordinary mortal can't hope to stand against the galaxy's worst nightmares alone, and the commanders of the Astra Militarum know this well. Synergy is the name of their game, so bellowing officers demand the best from their troops, while artillery thunders and tanks bury the foe in high explosive mayhem. The across-the-board boost in vehicle toughness is a gift from the Emperor himself, the Leman Russ, and the Baneblade are both armored up. Excuse me. Backed up by double-sized units of guardsmen, they present an impenetrable wall of steel that few foes will have the firepower to break through.
Oh yeah, baby.
They might be expendable mortals thrown into hellish war zones with little more than a last gun and a prayer, but the Imperial Guard have one thing that makes them the envy of foul aliens and vile heretics the galaxy over: a highly skilled, much-loved, and totally meritocratic officer class. The voice of command army rules gives these battle-tested tacticians access to 6 specialized orders, allowing you to micromanage each of your units for the situation at hand. Astra Militarum Army Rule. Voice of command. If your army faction is Astra Militarum, in your command phase, officer models from your army with this ability can issue orders. Each officer's datasheet will specify how many orders it can issue and which units are eligible to receive those orders. Each time an officer model issues an order, select one of the orders below, then select one eligible friendly unit within 6 inches of the officer model to issue it. Until the start of your next command phase, the unit you selected is affected by that order. Unless otherwise stated, a unit can only be affected by one order at a time. Any order subsequently issued to that unit replaces the current one. If a unit being affected by an order becomes battle-shocked, that order ceases to affect that unit. Move, move, move.
Just real quick, I'm just going to chime in on the orders. A couple of things here. We've gone from 3 types of orders down to 1 type, which is interesting. We had commissar orders before. We had our regular orders, which were regimental orders, and tank orders. So now it looks like they're kind of... We don't know what's going to happen with the tanks, if they're going to be able to get orders anymore. And there are some really specific ones missing from the commissariat, which we don't know if it's going to be a data sheet ability or what, but commissars have always had an ability to tell them to get back in the fight, where they were tied up and shooting, they could, fall back and, keep shooting. Yeah. But that ability seems to be gone, so hopefully it shows up somewhere else, like I said, maybe on a data sheet ability or something. And lastly, the orders up until or as of 9th edition, 8th edition, I think the end of 8th edition had an ability called splashing orders, where units that receive the order and those 6 inches around it would also get the same order. Now it seems like it's just whichever one they give the order to within 6 inches. It's interesting, but we're going to look at 20-man blobs here in a little bit. So it seems like you're going to be able to issue more per order, because if you're issuing it to a whole 20-man blob, that'll be more orders there. But at the same time, you're not going to get that exploding, splash effect of being able to order 3 or 4 units at once. So it's an interesting exchange.
Mm-hmm. Move at 3 inches to the move characteristics of models in this unit.
Hey guys, I have to go. I'm not feeling it.
All right, brother. Great chatting with you, man.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Have a good
Sorry,
night,
guys.
brother.
Fix bayonets. Improve the weapon skill characteristics of melee weapons equipped by models in this unit by 1. Take aim. Improve the ballistic skill characteristics of ranged weapons equipped by models in this unit by 1. First rank fire. Second rank fire. Then improve the attacks characteristics of rapid fire weapons equipped by models in this unit by 1. Take cover. Improve the save characteristic of models in this unit by 1. This cannot improve a model save to better than 3+.
Pretty cool.
Duty
I'm a big
and
fan
honor.
of Take Aim.
Improve the leadership and objective control characteristics of models in this unit by 1.
There's some improvements, obviously some nerfs. The take aim definitely took a hit, losing the 1 AP, but like Methos stated earlier, the fact that we're all supposed to be feeling a little more like it's a more survivability type game.
Right.
I kind of understand why they took that AP away at this moment. Whenever we start getting into the weapon stats and like the battle cannon loses AP as well, then it starts making me question a little bit. I wish they would have taken it either from the order or the weapon, not from both of them.
Mm.
Well, to be fair, you couldn't give a tank Take Aim, so
That's fair.
I think each of them are separately losing one.
That's true. I'm very happy about first rank fire, second rank fire. Going from if you give it, it's just 3 shots, but the weapons are heavy. So if you had moved and then did first rank, second rank fire, then you were essentially getting 3 shots, but hitting on 5s. Now it's went back to the old rule that if you move and you're within half, you technically get 4 shots hitting at your original ballistic skill, which is amazing in my opinion. The other big thing on both take aim and first rank, second rank fire, the fact that it happens in the other person's turn. Take aim, if you ended up doing Overwatch and using take aim, you're hitting on 5s.
Possibly, unless the Overwatch rules say it has something that supersedes it, like always hits on 6.
Maybe so.
Maybe.
Right now, it said the full turn until your next command phase. So,
Right.
potentially, could be hitting on 5s in Overwatch. Would
Oh
be
yeah,
nice.
I'm just saying it depends on how the stratagem itself is
Right,
working.
right. I like how they went ahead and put the this cannot be better than a 3+ on take cover.
Yeah.
But that also makes me think these might actually be able to be given to Ulgrin and Ogrin. No one else in our army has anything that we could get them to a 3+,
Oh yeah. Well,
except for the shields.
maybe it could be something like preventing a rules interaction, like no, because even Kazarkin in cover and take aim or take cover would still only be 3+ at best, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're right. Maybe Ogrin.
Which does bode a little bit in the sense that maybe tanks aren't getting those orders, but just a observation at the moment.
Good thought.
Acadian shock troops. This is Methos' thing.
Cadia stands. First thing I want to start off with, we can go up to a 10-man squad or a 20-man squad, which will have 2 sergeants and 18 shock troopers. On top of that, you're going to be able to equip characters, as we know. So if you equip a command squad, think about it, you could be going up to 25 people in this blob. And then, what about, are they still going to do advisors and bodyguards the same way as they do in 9th edition? Holy crap, you could be getting up to almost a 30-man squad, depending on what the rules for attaching characters are. So that could be pretty interesting. So right now in 9th edition, you can take 2 special weapons per squad of 10, but now here you can go up to 20-man squads, which means you can get 4 special weapons, and you can take up to doubles of each one. So possibly I'm looking at 2 grenade launchers and 2 plasma guns. Could be cool. Or 2 meltas and 2 plasma, or however you want to do it. But definitely not double flamer. I'm sorry.
You don't want to take 4 flamers, man?
Nah, I'll pass. All right, we got the weapons here. The drum-fed autogun has taken a bit of a nerf. It is now 2 shots all the time instead of rapid-fire 2. So before it was 2 shots or 4 up close. The flamer, like all flamers in this edition, has got a bit of a buff ignoring cover. And torrents means it still gets the auto-hit rule. The grenade launcher's got a bit of a glow-up. A minor glow-up on the frag, because you're going from strength 3 to strength 4. But a big buff here, the crack grenade on the launcher is going up to strength 9, minus 2 AP, D3 damage. I'm going to be putting together a few more grenade launchers. I've already got 3 in my army. You've seen me use them recently, but I think I want a couple more now.
Makes me happy that those Krieg ended up getting remodeled with the grenade launchers. Thank you for talking me into that before this even dropped.
You're welcome.
Another interesting.
Oh, go ahead.
There's no sergeant stat line.
You're right. So the squad in general has a 7 up leadership, but other than that, they've got all the same stats. So it's no longer the sergeant gets 1 more attack and 1 more leadership.
The more important thing is the 1 more leadership. You know, you used to always have to keep the sergeant alive strictly just for the troop mentality.
Yep.
Which is interesting.
Plasma, one thing to note here, if you look at the plasma gun, on the AP, it's now AP2 if you don't overcharge, and 3 if you overcharge. So, again, like a lot of weapons in this edition, you know, just a spot of AP being dropped there. But just another reason to supercharge all the time. Right, Freak? Always supercharge your plasma.
No. Never.
Also, another observation was the first rank, second rank. I believe it just said it affected rapid fire weapons become rapid fire 2.
Oh yeah, it's no longer just no, it said it adds 1. So like the last gun being rapid fire 1. Oh, it just says it gives it 1 extra attack. So it'll be 3 shots, but it won't be heavy.
Do what now?
The first rank, second rank, and the way the wording on the new rapid fire works, it doesn't, you know, it just gives it that many extra attacks. So it doesn't double it. So now it'll be
it
3.
It doesn't double it anymore.
Yeah, it'll be 3 instead of 4.
Okay, I didn't realize that. That's the reason they ended up changing it.
But at least it won't be 3 heavy.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And another big buff to first rank, second rank is it works now with all rapid fire weapons. So the plasma gun will be getting 3 shots if you choose to run it that way, which I think is pretty awesome.
3 shots of plasma, still good.
Finally, Shock Troops ability gives these troops sticky objectives. You can take the objective and move on, and it'll still count as your objective. And the Voxcaster is an interesting one because it gives you the ability each time you target the bearer's unit with the stratagem, adding 1 to the result if there are 1 or more friendly officers in the area, you can get your CP back on a 5+.
How do you think that'll work if you have 2 Voxcasters?
It depends on, like, that's going to need clarity for sure. Yeah. But also it's going to depend on if, like, this edition, and I think 8th edition as well, you couldn't get back more than 1 CP
per turn.
Round. Yeah, so I think it might, if it's the same, then it really won't matter. Yeah. And it just give you maybe double opportunities, but it'll still count.
But with how many Voxcasters are going to be running around the board, especially if they're free war gear now? You're definitely not going to be taking the Eagle anymore. On like a 5+, it gives you a CP back.
Oh yeah, well, remember Warlord traits and relics are going to be different now because they're going to be enhancements, kind of like in boarding actions. So
I just mean, I don't think we're going to need that anymore if we have the option to get a CP back just for giving orders to our troops.
Oh, absolutely. It's not for giving orders though; it's when you spend a CP. Yeah, if you use a stratagem on that
with a stratagem, it's not targeted with an order. Okay, that's a little better. I mean, I still think you'll be getting that probably nearly every turn.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially if you're running, Voxcasters in every squad, for sure. Onto the Baneblade! Movement 9. Toughness 13. That extra toughness means less stuff is going to be hurting it. Even the big boy las cannon is, or at least the Godhammer las cannon we looked at earlier, is strength 9. So that means pretty much most Space Marine weapons will be wounding it on a freaking 5.
Wow.
Now, of course, that repulsor, strength, it was strength 14. That'll still be wounding this on a 3. So might be a good time to print yourself a repulsor, brother. I know you were thinking about it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Not that any of us have a Baneblade, except Ethan. But oh, Ethan, we lost him to the ways of life. But Ethan's got a Baneblade somewhere. But the Baneblade cannon, the star of the Baneblade show, 72 inches, 3d6 attacks. That's a big old shot there. With blast. If you didn't know, blast has been upgraded now. Now for every 5 enemies in a unit, you get 1 extra shot.
Wow.
So squad of 5, it'll be 3d6 plus 1. Squad of 10 plus 2. Pretty nice. I saw somebody use the one of these on a 30-man Termagant squad, got 6 extra shots.
Jeez.
Nice.
Ballistic skill 4, of course. Strength 12, minus 2 AP, and 3 dammies. Baneblade cannon's pretty nice.
Yeah.
The coaxial autocannon. 2 attacks. Strength 9, minus 1 AP, and 3 dammies. That is really nice and gives me good hope for. I mean, the autocannon on the Rogel Dorn Freak's been printing up. That's a coaxial autocannon, so pretty good looking.
That is good looking.
Demolisher cannon. This has got a bit of a glow up too. Still only D6 random damage, but you're getting D6 plus 3 shots, making the Demolisher cannon more reliable than ever.
Yeah, minimum of 4 hits. Or 4
Minimum
attacks,
4.
rather. Yeah.
Exactly.
14.
Strength 14. Like I said, that is the cap of toughness currently, so that means it'll be wounding everything on at worst of 4, and anything weaker than that.
Yeah.
Yep. Heavy Stubber's got a bit of a buff as well. Now they're rapid fire 3, so you could be up close getting 6 shots per Heavy Stubber. That is reason to put a heavy, like, I don't think any of. Hey, brother Ethan, Rolling Fortress. I like. Yes, it is beefy in this new edition.
You were just
Time to
talking
dust
about
off. Yeah, time to dust off the old Baneblade, my brother. But heavy stubbers, I don't have one mounted on any of my tanks now. This might be a good time for me to go ahead and either magnetize or just slap some heavy stubbers on every one of my tanks.
Man, the first thing that comes to mind is the new Dorn that has potentially 3 heavy stubbers on it.
Yep, it's got the 2 nipple stubbers and then 1 on top.
That's a lot of firepower just from heavy stubbers.
Yeah. 18. That's like having an aggressor on top.
Yeah, that's insane.
So yeah, and the others we know about, Deadly Demise, Rolling Fortress. Each time a range attack is allocated to this model, if that model is not fully visible to every model in the attacking unit because of the Baneblade, that model has the benefit of cover against attack. So
Something
you
that's
can
a little worrisome.
you can actually put your infantry. And it just says model, so you can actually, if you want to protect your smaller tanks or your lighter weight things like your sentinels, put it behind the Baneblade. It's getting cover, baby.
Wow.
What were you saying, Atlas?
Something that another little worrisome thing is the armored tracks. The attack there said armored tracks for like a swinging attack. Armored tracks was the
Defensive profile.
defense profile, so it might mean we can't equip armored tracks anymore.
Probably. They're like they said, if it's not on the sheet, it's not a thing.
Yeah, which a lot of people stood by armored tracks, so just a note.
It's true. It's true. Moving on, my brother. Trying to speed through it as much as I can, brother. Yeah, I know both of you probably ready for bed. The Baneblade, or not the Baneblade, the Lehman Russ Battle Cannon. The Battle Cannon has been the quintessential icon of Imperial Guard tanks for many, many, many years. Let's take a look at what it looks like in the new edition. 48-inch range, which has it always been 48? Is that down some? Not that it really matters on these smaller boards.
Yeah, 48 is a full stand of the board.
D6 plus 3 shots.
Yep.
Which I think is the same. Yeah, I think that's the same profile it's got now.
Mm-hmm.
But hitting on 4s, no mention of the turret special rule. So this is worrisome. Right now, the turret special rule in 9th edition lets these tanks hit on 3+. We'll have to see the full data sheet and army rules to know whether or not these tanks will be permanently hitting on 4+ now. I hope not. I hope you can still get 3+ on them with like an order or other ability. Strength 10, -1 AP, and damage 3. Now, I tried the 8th edition version of the Battle Cannon, and that -1 AP just bounced like a lot of things like Photon armor, Space Marine armor, a lot of armor just bounces off those big explosions like nothing. So it going back down to -1 is a little worrisome, but that's what's happening to a lot of AP.
Volcano Cannon, Shadow Sword.
Jeez.
I'm gonna let you take this profile, brother Atlas.
Oh my
Super
God.
heavy tank is essentially a delivery system for something. Volcano Cannon, blast, heavy, range 96 inches, attacks D3 +1, ballistic skill 4 up, strength 24,
Jeez.
AP -5,
Good God.
D12 damage.
Holy
Yes.
crap.
So that means you're doubling out anything. By the way, this cannon is known as the Titan Killer. This is what you take up against if you're playing against Imperial Knights and Titans.
Right.
Or Agron.
Or Angron. So toughness caps out at toughness 14, right? This is strength
24.
24, so
It's
it'll be doubling up to strength 12. There's only 2 toughnesses after toughness 12. So everything but toughness 13 and toughness 14, this will be wounding on 2s. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
12 dammies.
Makes you scared to think what Tau might have. No kidding. This is pretty amazing. Strength 24 is wild. Holy cow.
It's true. It's true. Although this is a super heavy. This is the equivalent of an Imperial Knight. You know, they are a bit on the extreme side, and they are always super heavy in points. But yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Pretty insane weapon.
Reinforcements. Oh man, as somebody who used to play the old orc stratagem, the Green Tide, I love this. Once your unit of Imperial Guard has been wiped out, you can spend 2 CP and at the next command phase and get that whole unit back, minus any officers that were attached.
Damn.
That's so good. That's so good.
Man.
It goes into strategic reserves, and Atlas and I were talking about this. Currently, if you have strategic reserves, on turn 4 onward, it's destroyed. So really, theoretically, you could only use this, unless they change strategic reserves, you can only use this once or twice.
Yeah. It's unlikely you're going to lose a 20-man squad turn 1. Just unlikely. Not saying it won't happen. But you'll most likely lose them turn 2, which means you can bring them in turn 3, and then you're done. But
be interesting
still
to see
an
if they change
amazing
that.
thing.
Oh, absolutely. Oh
Um,
man, I many a time did this with my orcs, and Freak was
Mhm.
like, he'd think he was done with the orcs, and then Green Tide, and then I was backed up to full on the board.
Agreed. And we used to do them. The cultists had the same thing, as well as the Valhallan warriors. But whenever they started making it, you had to pay for them. Like you could rebring them
points
in,
wise,
but you
yeah.
had to pay for them. Kind of killed the whole reason behind them.
Oh yeah, a lot of people said it's a good throwback to the old Valhallans.
Yeah. As long as they don't end up turning it around into that, this will be pretty amazing.
So guys, aside from my orcs, that is all the major factions that we play on this channel. That is, not saying there's definitely more to come. And aside from Oni's Custodes. But yeah, that's all the main factions that we currently play at this time and what we think it could look like based on the faction focuses. Freak, what's your takeaway thoughts from tonight and anything that you're interested in regarding the Space Marine focus?
Space Marines. Don't see anything big, but I do see some really good stuff coming up for for guard. Which, yeah, that's good. It's impressive. I don't know. It remains to be seen.
Okay, I'm kind of surprised. I think the Space Marine ability to get full hits, reroll hits, and reroll wounds is pretty strong. Stronger than a lot of the other Space Marine stuff I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that just allows you to get in position, but to capitalize, you still need to be able to make those rolls. So I don't know what the odds, if the odds are going to change at all. I mean, yeah, you get a little better odds if you get to advance, shoot, whatever, blah blah blah. But AP is not a thing anymore. So I'm curious to see what the rules are going to really detail.
So I know before you were starting to really look forward to 10th edition. Do you think this preview tonight has increased your excitement for 10th, or maybe decreased it a little bit?
It's too early to say.
Okay.
I'm going to withhold any kind of judgment or opinion until I see it. I'm excited to see because from what I understand, the main focus is to be able to allow your army to last longer than 1 or 2 turns, right? Because with all that high AP that we were having in 8th and 9th edition, I mean, we were pretty much shooting each other off the board at first and second turn. Remember, one of the biggest things is that whoever wins the roll-off and has the highest firepower were the ones that were able to wipe the other guy out, or at least diminish their army far faster than they really should. So this allows a little more play time and opportunities to actually be more strategic with what you have. Like I said, I don't know with the removal or the changes of the doctrines. I know that the detachment's going to dictate some of that as well. It's going to be a whole new system. We got to learn it. So
I think you nailed it on the head, brother. And I think we've said in our group a lot that the game is usually decided by turn 2 from exactly what you were talking about. And so with things living longer, maybe it'll be a closer game. It won't be decided by like turn 2, turn
right.
3.
I think the only concern that I have are those armies that have not been messed with, nerfed, or anything, where they still have a very stark advantage over basic vanilla Marines. So I am cautiously optimistic. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. Atlas, any closing thoughts for you on everything we've taken a preview of?
Very similar to what Freak said. I'm hoping they don't play favorites continuously. The Votan thing has me a little worried about that. Yes, I saw a few things there, but you know,
Worried for
we'll
them
see.
or worried about them?
About them.
They'll be very
I'm
strong.
worried about them, not
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
They could stand to be knocked down a few pegs to be back down onto our level.
I agree.
And just going over their stat blocks, I heard good things and like one or two things that were like, it's a little bit worse. But you know, even Oni's reaction.
It's so hard to
told
say.
me,
It's so hard to say because like they didn't directly nerf or buff them. They overhauled them, and it's like, what is this new system going to feel like when we get on the table, right?
Right.
You can read the text, but how is it going to feel when we're there? You know?
Agreed. But main thing is, I'm optimistic about playing it for one same reason as Freak said. I'm kind of tired of the whole, if you don't get turn 1, you're probably going to lose. And it's really funny. I've heard a couple people say they actually think turn 2 is very powerful. And I've never seen that. I don't know if it's just our group wise. I'm not sure. But to me, turn 1 is extremely, extremely important.
I agree.
The other thing that has me a little nervous though is my games in particular last a long time. Like, I very rarely get through a full 5 rounds of combat, and that's assuming by turn 5 I only have 1 or 2 models left on the board. If the armies are more survivable to the point that I have a full army on the board by turn 5, I ain't gonna make it through any Warhammer games. And I know back in 8th edition, 9th edition, the reason they made it more everybody's dying quicker is to make the game a little faster.
Oh yeah, because they did advertise. You can get through a game in what was it, an hour and a half or something like that. They
Right.
advertised before, which still never happened with us, by the way.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying is my game still took forever, but I'm worried I won't be able to finish full games if they become too survivable.
That's a good point. I guess we'll have to see how it feels when we play it.
Yeah, but I remain optimistic, and nothing about anything we've heard tonight makes me worried like I was going from 8th to 9th.
Yeah.
There wasn't any huge overhauls to the army.
I was the other way because like the things that were changed a lot. Born Soldiers we didn't even
yeah.
talk about, but
Yeah, I was
like
about to
my
say, we didn't
playstyle
have
in particular was
Born
more
Soldiers.
impacted. However, and so I was the other way. I love my 9th edition book, and I didn't get very long with it, and now we're moving on to a completely new system, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to let go of this book. And so a lot of the things I was looking at, I kept looking at as nerfs because it was different than my 9th edition book, and I got to get out of that mindset. It's a different system. It's a less lethal system. And I think Atlas talked me off the ledge for like a good hour yesterday. We were talking about it because I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna talk about this on the show. I got nothing good to say. He's like, well, let's take a talk. Let's talk about it. So I am now cautiously optimistic. There's some things to look forward to, I think, and seeing everybody else's faction focus, and seeing, okay, it's not just me who feels less lethal. It's all of us that feel a little less
Yeah.
lethal.
Yeah.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Well, guys, those are our thoughts on our factions we took a look at tonight. Thank you so much for being with us on the show tonight, Atlas, and keeping you up way too late. I appreciate you,
Thank
brother.
y'all, brother.
Thank
Thank
you,
y'all.
brother Freak, for staying up way too late. I am so sorry. I know you got up at like 4 a.m. And thank you guys who've been in the chat with us. We appreciate all of you guys. Rest well. You have a great weekend. Thank you so much, Marine. If they do a strat to do a full squad of 30 boys that get blown off the table, I'd buy that for $1. Start building like a champion. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked tonight's episode, make sure that you grab up an axe and smash that like button. In the name of the Emperor, drop us some comments down below, especially if you're watching from the archives. feel free to be part of any of our ridiculous conversations. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to our Friends of the Force us, then I know at the very least these guys and myself would love to have you as part of the pack here on the Frosted Fist. So subscribe. Till next time, guys.
Stay
Frosty.
frosty.
I hope you turn that off because I don't know how to even end this Zoom.